Uh-oh.
Daniel had an uh-oh in his uh-oh region.
Daniel had an uh-oh.
This is what he gets.
He missed that whole thing.
For not turning on his lights.
What he gets, we'll never know. He said he had to restart his computer. His router fucked up. So he's saying pause now because he's got to stop his recording.
Oh.
What's easier, pausing it or just...
You do another clap.
No, we'll just do another clap.
Just do another clap.
We'll just shoot the shit until he comes back. There could be gold there.
Could be.
What's going on in China? Baby hippos, panda dogs?
We got panda dogs, baby hippos, literally the end times as spoken of in Revelation are occurring.
Great times.
There will be a time when the fake animal homes will house fake animals. And you will know the end is near.
Welcome, horrible people, to the Horrorble Opinions podcast. As always, I'm your horrible host, Kenny, saying it's just peaches to be here with all of us with our average-sized legs.
I'm your morgue guy who's not eating a sandwich this time, but was that a morgue guy? Because it's not a dead body.
A forensics guy?
So it's okay to eat like over like humans, but we don't eat we don't eat on the equipment.
We don't eat on the equipment.
Daniel.
I'm Geppetto, and I have little apprentices everywhere.
Regular Geppettophile over there.
Whoa.
Tried to stick me with a splinter.
Ouch. Went the splinter.
Oh, shit. It seems that I wore my long legs today.
Oh, but it seems I wore my long legs today.
That's right. We're talking about long legs.
Is this the second movie in the birthday trilogy for Nick Cage?
What's the first one?
Willy's Wonderland.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's your birthday.
There you go.
Did his pig have a birthday in Pig? I actually still haven't watched Pig.
I haven't
watched
watched Pig.
Haven't want to watch
good.
it.
Oh my god, what if Pig is about Moo Dang? Water pig.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's a water horse, Daniel.
Water pig. Whoa, that's his wife.
I don't think it's a water horse.
Do you know it takes almost a minute and 15 seconds to get through all the production companies to get one film made?
I didn't notice it on this one.
Elevation Pictures, Neon Films, CT Motion Picture Group, Traffic, Range, Saturn Films, and then the movie.
Do you recognize any of them?
None.
There's one you should.
Neon
quietly has built a pretty good library for themselves. We've even covered one of theirs already. I think only one anyway.
So how much money do we have to give before it can be like, we can have like horrible opinions studios?
$1 million.
You think it'd take $1 million?
They had that kind of crowdfundy thing that wasn't Kickstarter for like video games, to where you're like an investor in it, so you'd get a credit. So maybe they got that for a movie. So maybe like $12. Probably used to be 10, but in this economy, $12.
I got $12.
Must be nice.
I think Immaculate was theirs.
Oh, well then we should just turn into the Neon Films podcast, because so far, 2 out of 2, baby.
2 out of 2. They're like, maybe they're the next A24. I don't know, because I mean, I watched another one of their movies today.
Is A24 over? Are they finished?
Well, there's always going to be a next big thing. That's why it's called the next big thing.
But A24 just showed up out of nowhere like 2 years ago.
Yeah, but remember when I used to say Magnet meant it was great? Magnet when
you remember when he said that?
Remember when I said that?
He said that. Which Magnet film were you not happy with?
I don't remember, but I wasn't happy.
I do remember you were not happy. This is true.
Yeah, so Magnet, those glory days are gone.
Was it seeding? Was that?
No.
Was that a Magnet joint?
I mean,
all
I think
production companies should say their name joint, because that, that's the classy way to do it. This is a Horrorble Opinions joint, by the way. I watched a couple of their recent ones. I watched Cuckoo today. We'll probably end up covering that. I'm going to add it to the list.
It got name dropped in this movie. Cuckoo.
It did, kind of, sort of, yeah.
Cuckoo, 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 cuckoo.
Longlegs, yes. You guys missed the hype on this somehow? You were telling me? Maybe it's just I am bashed with that because I'm in charge of the socials, so I have to see it like nonstop. But this movie was hyped to the moon.
What
I
was
remember people were like really pumped on Nicolas Cage's performance, and I'm kind of eh.
I mean, it's
Did
still
you guys
Nick
not
Cage,
watch
isn't it?
Mandy?
Did they not watch Nicolas Cage in anything?
Because that's a Nicolas Cage performance.
This is a Nick Cage. God's, how do I say it? Like almost a subdued. I don't know.
Yeah.
I loved it. It was well. I say not not too over the top Nick Cage performance. A just really fucking creepy one.
I don't think there was enough of it.
You want more of his day-to-day life? Like, we saw him going shopping at the hardware store. Now, do we also need to see Longlegs shopping at the grocery store? Because guess
Absolutely.
what? He's not buying those groceries. Mommy is. Okay?
Well, I want to see.
Who's doing his hair?
Who's taking out the
I
trash?
want to see him at the beautician's.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, there's the thing. A beautician isn't doing his hair. Probably a mortician, because it's cheaper.
It's graveyard hair.
That's
I
fair.
guess I do want to
That's
see
fair.
like the weird comedy, like a Grace and Frankie style of him living together with the mom. And, they get on each other's nerves, but they're there to work and do a job together.
So you just want
It's
a
just in
different
between
movie.
jobs is.
Well, no,
You know.
I also want that.
So you want a 3-hour long movie.
No, like as a separate movie. Not everything.
No,
you don't
this-
need to put movies together. We can have multiple
This
things.
was a
Make
tight
'em fight.
100 minutes. It wasn't an overlong hour and 40 minutes.
That's
It
good.
was a tight 100.
I'm trying to do math in my head. This felt like a long movie.
I took a nap in the middle of it.
It was an hour and 40 minutes again, Ryan. Almost everything we watch is an hour and 40 goddamn minutes. Or a tight 100. However you want to word it, depending on how you're feeling about the movie.
Felt like a long movie.
Yeah, it did because
It's a
I took
Longlegs
I took
movie.
a nap in the middle of it.
We can't do that. Well, you might be able to
I
do
did.
that.
I did.
Well,
Hey, let's start this off with the best. Every movie either starts with a quote about something that's white and then says that it's white, like white horse, a horse that is white.
That's actually wrong, Ryan. Every movie we watch starts with a synopsis. You dumb fuck.
Damn it.
and we're getting that actually now.
I can't see you, so I don't actually know that you're there.
I've been talking.
Yeah, but
When will then be
you're
now?
just darkness talking at me. You're not actually a person.
Okay, so this is Lee Harker. She's a psychic FBI agent, and she's brought in on like a serial killer crime thingy with an occult angle. And it turns out that she's connected to the killer in some way. And there's Satan stuff, and it's like Seven, but with the devil.
Do you think Lee Harker is like in honor of Harper Lee?
No,
The writer?
Yeah.
because then it would be Lee Harper and not Harker.
Well, then it would be 2 on the nose.
Is Lee Harper
She's big in the occult.
a
Big
psychic
into the
occultist?
So this is
She's
this
big
is the
on not leaving
particular-
her house.
Yeah, well, fair. This is the kind of hype I was hearing about this movie before Kim and I watched this like a month ago or whenever. The movie starts off like I don't know, like Zodiac, like just like a thriller, FBI, blah blah blah, one of those things. And then the second half,
I liked it starting in 4:3 and then the aspect ratio widening.
oh yeah, that's fun.
Oh, that was fun. White House.
But then the second
A
half
house that is white.
will absolutely scar you.
No,
That's what everyone kept saying. They were so messed up from the second half. And let me tell you,
I thought it was
boy,
pretty tame.
I was whelmed.
Not one
by the
baby
second half.
smashed.
Not one baby smashed. Not well.
So,
a doll
any
had a doll.
disappointment-
A baby face got exploded. Kind of.
Any disappointment I have for this movie is just because it was overhyped. This is a solid film.
That's always on you.
I mean, I thought maybe this could be the one.
You put
No,
a
the
ring on
one
it, and
with-
then
is
your
with,
search would be over.
Is with Jet Li, and they should remake
I'm-
that now that multiverses are all the rage.
I'm nobody's bitch. You are mine.
Cut
Wow.
my
You guys like
life
this movie?
into pieces.
Wow.
This is my last resort.
All right.
No, the
Copyright. Not going to make any money on this episode.
That's-
Not that we make any on
that's
any
not
of
the song, Daniel. The song is "You're Dirty Sweet" and "You're My Girl."
them. Yeah, you are. So yeah, we open with a little girl walking out in the snow and this old timey, camera. And she's looking around, and then all of a sudden there's this person standing there, and they're being cut off from the nose up. You can't see, and they're just giving off this great energy, and it's Nick Cage energy. Like, there she is, there she is, the almost birthday girl.
Oh, there almost birthday girl.
I don't even remember how he did it. It's so fucking weird. He's just talking to her, and then he's like, "Oh, I think I wore my long legs today," and then ducks down in the frame, and that's why they called it Longlegs. Oh my god, what great movie! And then it goes to black, and then it's over. Then we see the credits. The credits roll after that. This was a short film. That was the twist.
I was pretty satisfied.
You know, if that was just a short film, that would have been freaky as shit.
So what's during that whole as the credits start kicking in and the frame starts expanding, there are some flashes of like photos. What are those supposed to be? Are those like crime scene photos, drawings? I couldn't tell.
I think they're just like, well, whatever they are, they're setting the tone for the movie. This is what you're gonna get. Now, do you like having the long credits at the beginning of the movie, or are they even called credits when they're at the beginning of the movie?
What else?
I mean, they're giving credit to people.
I don't mind.
It feels like a throwback, which I feel like that's in again, making these throwback horror films.
Yeah, well, this is like a time piece because you see that my man Bill is on the wall at the FBI office.
Fair. I mean, when does this take place? Is it 80?
Okay, Bill Clinton wasn't president in the 80s.
No, yeah, but people liked him.
I don't think this was in Arkansas, or was this in Arkansas?
I could easily believe this was in Arkansas.
Could, but they'd probably still have a picture of the current president up on the wall and not the governor, I would assume.
So you think 90?
Or they're like, this is the best player in town, smashing all the poon, we're sticking him on the wall.
Let's talk about sax players, okay? Bill Clinton, top of the list.
One of them. I mean, name another one. That I was getting Silence of the Lamb vibes because she was like the only female agent in the room during the briefing scene. But then after that, Silence of the Lamb, well, after partner gets shot in the face, Silence of the Lamb vibes go away.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Then it becomes Seven.
Does this movie... Yeah, as I say, does this movie exist without any of those other movies? Seven, Silence of the Lambs?
Oh, yeah, of course it does.
Zodiac?
No, the director specifically called out Seven, and he's like, I'm kind of ripping it off.
Okay, well, he would have just ripped off other movies if it didn't exist. I believe in Mr. Perkins. I believe he can do it.
Why did the dad shoot the FBI agent at the front door?
You didn't like the look of his hair.
Was it just because he was going to stop him before he got a chance to kill himself?
I think this is an unrelated.
I thought this was unrelated.
This is a Longlegs thing?
No.
Oh, okay. But this does bring up why they start wondering about her precognitive abilities that she supposedly has.
Yeah.
Now, when she's sitting there during the slideshow, everything she names there probably has some more meaning in the movie. The only thing I can think of for sure, though, is that triangle.
The inverted triangle
came up with the devil.
Yeah.
Because she said father, and
that was.
But I'm sure the rest
right?
of it. Well, she said camera. That was the name of the family at the farm.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm sure she said mother, but I don't remember what the shape was.
Did she say barn door or barn or farm or something?
She said something about a tiger. I don't remember a tiger.
She said something about Moo Dang?
Yes.
Moo Dang. Yeah, she said a door, mother, father, piano. But while they're doing that, they keep saying, we generated a random number. And then she has to guess the number. And then we find out in the car later, they're like, how did you get 8 of those numbers right? How did you get all 8 of those? And she's like, well, I missed 8 too. And I'm like, no, hitting 50% of 0 to 100 numbers is pretty fucking crazy. So don't act like, oh, I missed 8. Like, no, you probably did that on purpose.
She's like Spacey.
Like Kevin Spacey?
No, just like Spacey as a person.
Kind of just gone out there. Like,
yeah.
Always lost in her own thoughts.
Kind of like some part of her body is locked away in a doll.
Yeah, kind of like that. I didn't know that at the time. At the time, I'm just like, oh, this person's like 2 bad days away from becoming a serial killer.
2 bad We're all 2 bad days away. What I really liked in this movie is the use of yellow.
Yellow King, is he back?
No, but but yellow is very much like used to highlight direction of where you need to go next, like in a video game. So when she's in the house with the serial killer guy, or maybe it's just a one-off guy, she has to go into the room because it's lit with yellow, and she ignores the one that's lit in red to go find him. Anyway, it's good. Check it out again.
Is the yellow really there, or is she the one seeing the yellow accenting things with her precognitive abilities?
I once thought in the scene where she's talking to her mom, and we see what a hoarder the mom is. There's some light on the mom, and as the mom is talking, the light is like flickering and changing color, and I'm like, holy shit, is this like subtle changes to show that like reality is kind of changing because there's something wrong with mom, but then I'm like, oh wait, no, the TV is just on in front of her. Never mind.
Did y'all catch all the little devil outline shapes popping up?
I caught
So
one.
I seen
I
more
caught
the
a lot.
I seen more the second time.
Okay.
I seen like maybe 2 the first time. I want to say I seen about 5 of them, but I think I remember reading there was like double digits, like maybe 10, 12.
Those are double digits.
But I think I would have seen more. I watched this one in the bedroom today, and that one catches some bad glare, even with the blinds down.
Are we counting ones like in the fog, kind of? Are those
Yeah.
the devil?
Anytime you see them, but
That's one. There's one when she's got all the files spread out on the floor of that room.
yeah.
Are there 13?
That was the one. That was the one that really stood out to me. I'm like, oh, I see that.
Oh, the one that really stood out to me was final location scene when Carter shuts the door.
Oh, you mean when they just show it?
Yeah,
That's the one that stood out.
That one stood
that's
out
one
to
where
me.
I paused it and went like frame by frame through it, and then I'm like, oh, I thought I saw something. Yeah, I was kind of sleepy watching this.
That's why you got to take a nap in the middle of movies, like I do.
You're not wrong. Look, we brought you
Sometimes
here,
you can do that.
Harker,
There's
because
exactly 10.
exactly 10. Hey, 10 houses, 10 families, over 30 years. All we
10
got
heads of the beast.
are Longlegs, and
There were 6s everywhere.
Ryan, you finally got it. The Holy Trinity.
666.
You're so look at me, okay?
I'm-
Because
okay.
when we
Yeah.
get to the birthday
See,
card,
wait, are you looking at me or are you looking at him?
okay,
Yeah.
and it's and I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I'm like, interesting. But then she went and picked up the Bible, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you're telling me it's in there. So I went and go find it, and then I'm like, oh yes, it is, my darlings. I'm like, so here's what you're gonna find. It's the beast, it's the devil, it's the 666, and then the movie did all that shit, and I'm like, oh, I love you.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, with 7 heads and 10 horns. And on his horns he wore 10 crowns, and on each head was written the blasphemous name.
Book of Revelations, isn't it?
Revelation. There's no S, it's singular.
He ejaculated just a little bit. A little bit of pre-cum.
I feel seen.
Should feel seed.
So, Kenny, are we gonna call you psychic or just highly intuitive?
If it wasn't for the numbers things, I would say highly intuitive, but there's no way you get 50% of those numbers right. She's mildly psychic.
Do you still get to be
And I'm
mildly
willing to
psychic
bet-
if it turns out
she
it
got
was your...
vaccinated and now she's mildly psychic.
She got the AT&T chip. I'm willing to bet she actually got 100% right, but she forced herself to get some wrong.
Yeah, I bet that's true.
Like, I bet she had a gut feeling what the actual number was,
But she didn't want
but
to
she didn't want to keep
like a
getting them
freak.
right, so she just
Even though
stopped
she
getting
is
them
a
right.
freak.
Like, she's an odd duck. I think she knows it. Everyone else knows it.
When's your birthday?
Oh, the 14th.
29th.
Oh, good.
Hey, guess what? I just put this connection together today.
Huh?
Con Air. My daddy is coming home on July 14th. My birthday is July 14th. I'm going to see my daddy for the first time on July 14th. Same universe.
I've never seen Con Air.
Bullshit. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Of all time. Top 10. Turner Classic
Ever
Movies.
made of all time, Daniel.
What about the
July
movies
14th.
made outside of time and space?
Oh, Color Out of Space.
Oh, not a color, a movie.
So, in some ways, I'm ahead of this movie because when they start talking
I was
about...
ahead of it.
And when they start talking about birthdays, I'm like, okay. I immediately start
I
saying,
bet her
when
birthday's
is
on the 14th.
when is Harker's birthday, right? And then I'm like, and then later when we get to Ruby, I'm like, so is Ruby's birthday on the 14th too? And if so, I feel like Carter should be a lot more freaked out about this.
Carter is too busy worrying about the Mariners, who had a great comeback that year, had a 1-game playoff to get into the whole show. They did so well. It was enough action in the
this
area
up?
to get. I read it earlier to that they built Petco Park from this season.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So he's too busy with that. Plus, he's obviously 3 days from retirement. And I like this guy's performance as Carter, but what if Idris Elba? Could you believe him playing some sort of detective?
We can. No, I don't buy. I don't buy that.
Not a chance. He doesn't have that kind of range.
He busts down the door to hell, okay?
Luther would have solved the case without the psychic.
That's why it can't be Luther. Luther is going to stay in jolly good England, okay? We're talking Idris Elba. He's going to be a different character.
It's literally Idris Elba.
It's just Idris Elba.
He just is, right?
Just is.
Look, hey, you want to see my room?
So,
New daddy's partner? You want to see my room?
well, hold on. Before I see your room,
Yeah.
Show me them toes.
let me see your toes.
Let me see the piggies.
that's the steps in the friendship ladder. You got to go up each step individually. You don't just jump to the room. You start at the bottom.
Hey,
which
you
is
got
let me
nice
see them
toes.
Works your way up.
toes.
No, Carter is trying to force Harker to be more human. So he's forcing her to come to dinner or whatever with him, like some bar.
Dinner's
and then they're
drunk
I
talking
think
tonight.
he just wanted a ride home because he wouldn't be able to drive drunk.
No, because then he also forces her to go inside and meet the family.
Well, that's the
That's
classic.
because he's
That's the classic. Meet
He's
the
trying
new
to make a
partner
buddy
scene,
cop
right?
movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But while they're having the drinking scene or whatever, they're starting to talk about the cases, how it compares to the Manson family and whatnot. So this is where we find out the layout of the Longlegs cases. What is Longlegs doing?
Well, he's killing. Good question. What is he doing? Because he's never in the house.
What is he doing?
He's convincing. He's convincing the father to kill to annihilate the family.
He's somehow being
And then
the
themselves.
episode of the X-Files called Pusher. Somehow.
Yeah. I feel like there was a Supernatural episode like that as well.
Yeah, it's the X-Files
Pusher.
episode. Pusher.
Oh, yeah.
You know that
So-
supernatural series, the X-Files?
Fair. So at that point, what were you guys thinking? How was he accomplishing this? Like, what was your best guess?
I thought he was showing up, putting a mind virus into Daddy's head, or maybe the whole
Yeah, that's what
family's
I
head,
thought.
just through talking, right? Because the devil has a silvery tongue, right?
Yeah, sure. A silver tongue.
A silver tongue.
Were you
I think that's
thinking
the saying.
Were you thinking actual devil shit was happening at this point? Daniel might have, since he's seen the goat in the back of the room while she was looking at the crime scene photos on the floor.
Yeah, but that could be just, because she's sleepy.
Yeah, fair.
I mean,
I see devil goats when.
But I think I read occult though.
definitely a cult because of all the encoded messages that Longlegs have been leaving. And the only reason we know he's called Longlegs is because he signs it Longlegs. If he doesn't leave any of these letters, we have no idea that another person was ever there at any of these murders.
Right.
Going in, I think I knew FBI, serial killer, occult, and actual something supernatural.
See, I didn't know anything actual supernatural is happening. Knew FBI, serial killer, and then the FBI agent finds out they have some sort of attachment to the serial killer.
I see. I didn't know that.
So at this point, I'm like, okay, it's some kind of, but I thought the supernatural element was probably just going to be contained to how Longlegs is able to influence the family into offing themselves. So basically like a Sinister situation.
That's what this movie
this
is
Sinister.
Scream Sinister.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's
Even in the
direction
way
I thought
like
it was
the
going.
the scares are delivered is very sinister.
I mean, it even has the old-timey camera footage.
Yeah.
So, like, Longlegs is just like Mr. Spooky Ookie Dookies.
Yeah.
I get.
If he had
I
a
know
band,
his name. It's Bagul.
failed a
but
band.
we call
Mr.
him
Mr. Ookie Spooky Dookie.
Mr.
Yeah.
We call him Mr.
Ook
Ookie
Spooky
Spooky Dookie.
Dookie.
And I'll go on record right now and say I like both of those movies, and anyone who doesn't can just eat my shorts.
They
Yeah,
can
the
just get
second one's a
murdered
great
by their
comedy.
family.
It's still a great movie, okay?
Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I just think it's funny. If
First
they do a
one's kind of
Longlegs 2, they should make it a comedy.
I find the first movie comforting.
Longlegs
I
2,
don't-
even longer.
I don't think I could be comforted by it. The noise is too jarring.
I don't know. It soothes me. Well, Meet the Family time went well. Bonded with the daughter, I still wonder why the head was missing from the daughter's trophy.
I was waiting for that to pay off somehow. I guess it kind of does because a doll's head
The head gets blown off the doll, yeah.
But I thought she was going to do some detective skills and because
She doesn't actually do any detective skills at all in this movie. At
or
any
use
point.
her
Dad
psychic
shoved it.
abilities ever again.
That's because they're closed to her. In regards to,
In regards to this
Longleg-
case?
yeah.
Daddy Longlegs.
Oh, I'm willing to accept this. However, in that case,
Until the doll is closed, and then it's opened back
I
up.
don't know. She does hella detectiving. She cracks the code.
No. In regards to the severed head on the trophy,
She doesn't crack the code. He
Oh.
delivers the code to her.
he delivers the cipher.
the cipher to
Yeah,
her,
but then,
yeah.
then she applies it, and not everyone can do that.
I mean,
I
that
think
is-
anyone can do that.
anyone who
Sometimes
likes
it's tedious.
puzzles. can
It
do
is.
that.
It is
And
tedious. Yes.
this guy likes puzzles, so I'm like, this movie was made for me because it's doing all the fun things I like to do.
Okay,
But
well,
it's
let
not
me
really
solve it
because
for
it's
you.
not. It's not a
Longlegs
puzzle.
Well, it no.
Longlegs does all the things I like to do.
You know, in
Dan.
the
That's what Ryan
escape room-
just said.
The escape room, when you go to the escape room and you got one of these things, now you got to figure out the code.
Well, no, this movie is like me going to the escape room where I sit in the back and everyone else solves it.
I mean, that's fun too.
But we say, hey, Daniel, look at this.
Hey, Daniel, crawl through this small hole so I don't have to hurt my knees.
I love holes.
Okay, I love holes. First off, I already solved the trophy thing. I got stuck up Dad's ass and the head snapped off. They're into some freaky shit.
Oh.
Did you guys think her mother was actually still alive during that phone call? I did not.
Okay, I didn't start questioning that until later, where Carter says, I read your file. When's the last time you've talked to your mom? It was just something in that delivery that I'm like, wait, is there something in her file says she has like hallucinations of talking to her dead mom?
What is in the file that makes him ask that?
She called in a person who showed up at their house.
The trespasser.
Trespasser.
There was a
The mom
singing,
calls it in, right.
dancing, flaky man who showed up in the middle
why
of winter.
did the mom call that in if she was going to work for him?
That's later.
Well, that's before he got in the house, I think.
Yeah.
Before he came back.
At this point, she wants him not to ever come back again. He's a creepy guy, showed up, sang me a really bad song. I don't like it.
I'm going to go ahead and say it right now. She's a good mom.
No.
Yeah.
You don't, sign your kid up to be in the...
That's not what she did. She kept her kid out of hell.
Allegedly.
That's what she thought she was signing up for.
I mean,
that's the only reason she did what she did, was so that her daughter did not get taken.
If there is, we could almost take
Horrible
all the
person.
supernatural elements out of this movie and say none of it's actually happening. The only thing we can't do that with is the sphere that's causing the madness, right? Aside from that,
that's how you grow phantasm spheres, by the way.
That's right.
Put them
it's
in,
a phantasm
that's
sphere.
How you grow them. Yeah.
But other than that, all you got is a crazy guy, Longlegs, breaking into your house, telling you these things are going to happen, and you just kind of agreeing and going, okay, then I guess I'll follow you. Other than that, what supernatural elements are happening?
And for all we know, he could just have the best dirt on these fathers imaginable. He's blackmailing them. This is you doing this is going to be better than me exposing all this dirt.
100%.
Kill your whole family and yourself, and this doesn't have to come out. No one has to know about your fursona, Daniel.
I like that we both went to the same place.
Or you were thinking, I was like, I'll delete your hard drives. I'll burn the suit.
I don't burn the suit.
I'll bury you in it.
I'm willing it to you.
Oh no. That's not good.
I didn't think she was too paranoid when she went to her house, because she only had one deadbolt that she activated. She has a chain lock too, but it wasn't over the top paranoia
locks.
It's
just the mid-90s, so where's her Ring doorbell?
Wada.
I don't know. Lots of windows.
I liked her house.
Does she live right next to her mom?
What makes you think that?
Because when she drove to what I thought was her house,
she looks up at the White House.
She looks out at the White House, which is just right up the driveway.
Yeah.
And then but then later I'm like, okay. So I'm just oh, she stayed near her house. And then I thought mom was at a different house until I find out mom is at the White House. And it looks like the White House was right next to her house.
I mean, you're probably right. I didn't quite catch that.
I was going to say this is a cabin right next to the one from Mandy.
This movie had parts.
We're in part one. Part one is his letters. And so the scene with the mom, as she's talking to her on the phone, the way it's framed, she's in left of the screen, but in the right,
you see the doorway.
You always see that doorway, and we're just holding on these really long shots. And I'm just I'm doing the, what's the franchise? Paranormal Activity. I'm just watching for movement, but it never comes.
You did never see the ghosts.
And so I get no tension release because I'm still just waiting. I'm like, ooh,
this can't get no.
So this movie's edging you.
100%. Hey, mommy was a nurse, and she's seen some nasty stuff. You can talk to me.
Tell me anything. You know what? Someone broke into my house.
Whisper, whisper. Knock, 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 knock.
Yep. I hate when people break into my house, leave me birthday cards that say, go nuts, it's your birthday, with a $20 bill in it.
And she wasn't supposed to open that until January 14th.
You're not supposed to open that because it's addressed to somebody else.
Now...
Right.
She was not supposed to open that and then go get some Taco Bell with that money.
She was not. It's not her 9th birthday yet. Never happened. Why now?
It's the 10th victim.
Are you asking me in general why now, or in the movie why now?
Why you think Daniel says 10th victim he's done? His commitment's over after the 10th victim?
No, he needs 13, but everything's done.
Why does he need 13?
Because that completes all the triangle and inverted triangle.
I thought it was 10.
Okay, but what does that do?
Okay,
It's a magic number.
It's been 10 up till now, Daniel, but we're gonna get a whole bunch more killings.
Oh, that's right. You get Sabrina.
Yeah.
And then you get that family.
The Carter family.
That's 12. So who's 13?
Carrie Ann.
I called out Carrie Ann. I said Sabrina.
Yeah, that's the camera family.
Who the hell is Sabrina?
She's a teenage
Played by
witch.
Kiernan Shipka. She played Sabrina in the darker retelling of Sabrina.
No, that's
Hail
Girl in the
Satan.
Asylum.
That's Clarissa.
That's Sabrina,
From-
and that's Carrie Ann.
She explains it all.
And she was also in the Black Coat's Daughter. This
Really?
other movie. Yeah. It's okay. It just
Yeah, so one of the things later we can talk about is the only reason Longlegs does any of this is because he's done. Because if he doesn't give that birthday card, all right, then he can just keep doing this forever.
Yeah, right,
but-
because she's not a detective.
right.
right. But
He's leaving out clues to purposefully have this solved.
I guess, yeah, but I guess it's just one of those many unanswered questions in this movie.
It's like no one at any point saw a nun go into all of these houses before this happened.
Right. And on top of that, what was the end deal for the mom? She can't do it in perpetuity.
Intuity.
Oh God.
And
Intuity.
forever.
To infinity and
ever.
beyond. She can't do it.
We'll do it.
In perpetuity.
What are you
Yo,
trying?
she
I don't
can't-
know.
Mush mouth is taken over. I've got. Look,
You see what
the
happens?
coffee is worn off.
She
that I took
can't
earlier.
Now
do
you
it
understand.
There's a word there.
forever.
She can't do it forever. So at what point is her deal done?
I think this is the last
saved
one.
her daughter.
This has to be the last one.
For her too?
Because I was wondering about this. We could talk about it now because at the end game of this, the 13 is complete. Now, if
It's about to be.
the pact will say if it gets transferred to Lee, but Lee would still need a doll maker, and there's no more doll makers that we know of. The doll maker is gone, and I think the doll maker was just either a really good fan of the man downstairs, or
He's been through this cycle.
right, he's been through the cycle, or he's the man downstairs only in the human
Vessel.
form for now. Like, yeah, a vessel of him. Part of the man downstairs is now in
I was gonna say,
Longlegs.
yeah, I think he's just. My guess was he was touched by the man downstairs.
Yeah, I was touched by the man downstairs.
We all were. Charlie's uncle. But again, though, they never tell us, like, okay, what's he get when he does this last one? A good place in hell?
Yeah,
Yeah,
good seat.
he's been a good warrior. He's been a good servant.
But, like, okay, so what does the devil get?
Chaos.
Fun.
Like, is this like an end of days situation where we
No.
have triggered?
No. You get bored.
Or is, hey, man, you just go get me 13 of them, and I'll treat you right down here. 13 sounds like a good, solid number.
Okay,
Come on.
so the demon from 7 is here, okay, and he's like, check this out. I want to
Even for
do
7.
I want to do triangle for fallen. I want to do triangle. I want to do inverted triangle.
As an angel.
Yeah.
Same thing.
What do you same thing?
Is it?
You're just talking darkness.
Essentially.
I can't see your face, so I don't know how confused you really are and how confused you're just playing to be because you're just a talking black box at this point.
Turn your brightness up, man. I can see me perfectly fine.
If I turn the brightness up, everything else is gonna burn out my eyes, Daniel. We've all been there.
We've all been there.
Boredom.
Time is
So
on my side.
This time, the devil man sets up a little challenge for himself. Can I create this image on this cycle? Great, I did it. Bam. What's my next challenge? Maybe.
Gonna hang that shit up on the fridge.
Nope, never gonna do that. Pentagram, maybe. And we'll do a whole circle around it and close pentagram on my next one. That would be more challenging to do.
I'll take over this kid's hand, and I'll kill people with it.
Oh, but then I'll get severed and become like
Evil.
Thing.
Yeah.
Thing wasn't evil.
Thing's a good man. Hand.
I don't know, is he a man?
It's a man hand. That's a man hand.
That's a man hand.
Hey,
That's a man
I want
hand.
you. Tell them how you got this, how it came into your head. I'll cut off her hanging milk tits and bleed your mommy dead.
Okay, you can't do that.
I thought it said, I want you to not tell them.
You
Because
can-
she doesn't.
You can think that, but that's not what it says. It
But she
totally
doesn't
says what I
tell them.
said. Well, no, she
Is that
doesn't.
the song?
I wonder. That's why I was wondering if this is a rock song that I just don't know about.
Well, I think a lot of the music was like T-Rex or something.
Dinosaur noises?
Yeah, can you picture them playing guitars with their little arms?
Oh my god, I bet it's difficult.
It is. It's
But
very
that
impressive.
drumming's probably impossible.
They have to use
Are we in part 2
a
yet?
series of sticks. No, we're not in part 2 yet. We're still learning about the Bible and
I thought part 2 started after she gets the birthday card dropped off at her house, and then she
It's
goes
your
to open it up.
birthday.
Okay, we're at part 2 is
Okay, what's that called? All the things she said?
all of your
all the
things.
things she said.
Yeah, you're close.
Running through your head.
Okay, there's a book in here at some point.
The 7 levels of hell.
It was something like that.
There's the
or was
Bible, 7 or 9 levels of hell. Anyway, there's a Christmas tree. Because guess what? Apparently a family was murdered a month ago, and they just now are finding out.
Which, that's gross.
Which I have a question, because the girl was 9 or 10, and she's full of maggots. Great. But wait, there is a cat in the pet box.
In a carrier, yeah. It
for over a month. So either the cat wasn't there in that carrier and was just running
I think
loose.
they caught it and put it in there.
So
Cat's been eating people.
that cat would have eaten everybody if it could have.
Well, it probably was.
Also,
9 circles of hell.
who was giving the cat water?
That's still it's drinking out of the toilet.
Because they said the family was about to go on a trip. They had their tickets. They were packed. So I'm going to say the cat was also packed as well. And then they get the visit. Hello, you got your new doll. Here's your Chucky.
You know what?
What's up?
Satan,
Dies tonight.
Lucifer,
Yeah?
loves cats. That's why they don't go to heaven. They go to hell.
You take your cat on a vacation with you?
Maybe they were dropping it off at a cat
A
shelter
boarding place.
called Annie Lee's Meat Pies.
There you go.
That was a bakery.
Satan famously loves cats, so he just put some magic out there to keep the cat alive.
Fair. Lee calls her mommy again, and mommy's getting weird this time, asking her if she's still saying her prayers, that prayers protect us from the devil.
Yeah, I don't think Lee's saying them.
I don't think she is either, but then my theory starts evolving. I'm like, wait, did mommy get knocked up by the devil?
Oh, so you're thinking Harker is Rosemary's baby at this point.
I'm like, it's on my mind. I'm going, okay. Because maybe mommy had a really bad experience, a.k.a. had a great night, late night with the devil, okay?
Why's it gotta be late night?
Uh-huh.
Oh, all the great stuff happens late night, Daniel.
You know what? He probably romanced her. He showed him the art. Like, she's a big fan of the art of the devil.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, they are in this movie, too, because we get folding, origami, line drawing, and then there's 666, and I'm like, yes, gotcha!
Yeah.
I don't
Now
even
that
have to
I'd say-
work for it. It's right there.
So at this...
That's...
It's right there.
Okay, so that is one of my complaints, is this...
That you didn't get to work for it?
You don't have to work for it. This movie unnecessarily explains everything.
Well, I don't think it wants you working on that part out. I think it wants you working on everything else, that it doesn't actually tell you like what's going on. Like what I said, what's the actual end game for him?
Doesn't
Like,
matter.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But you get to speculate about it. But hold on, I got one more. I had one more thing for my bit I was doing.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So like, would you say that like at some point like she was like banging the devil, and then she met Longlegs, who was like there to advocate for him? He was the devil's advocate.
No, he was.
He's totally a reject.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
You think? Is this in Georgia? Do you think the devil went down there?
No.
Never left.
What kind of?
He went to New Jersey?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
You're very good.
Okay.
I'm with you.
Did he bring eggs or ham?
Are the Devils a hockey team?
Yeah.
Okay, there's another.
Yeah.
And then he got into like a really big dusty room and started spinning around a little bit.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Then he was hiding. He was kind of hiding out there in the details.
Devils in the detail. Okay. Guys?
Yes.
I can't think of any more.
Did we get them all out? I feel better now, though. I feel better.
Okay.
I definitely feel better. Did that come through? Do I get one for that?
Oh, did you do a toot?
No, I said I definitely feel better.
Oh, no, boo.
All right, fine. We'll stop. Okay, so let's see. She showed him that she deciphered the thing. Is that where we were?
We've deciphered
She
the
talked
thing.
to her mom again on the phone. She was talking to her mom on the phone again, saying about the prayers.
Yeah. And she's figured
and I'm
out
still thinking
the murders are occurring. One murder occurred on the 14th of one
It's like
girl's
within
birthday.
6 days.
6
of the
days
birthday.
before or after.
There's one of your sixes.
Mm-hmm.
you got to appreciate that kind of grace period.
Well, you gotta, in order to make, in case you gotta, I love this occult puzzle solving. Let's go to the barn. There's a barn.
There's a barn.
You don't think they'd wait till day?
You don't think they'd,
Where's that light coming from that's pouring into the barn?
lots of
it has
yellow.
electricity.
Okay, you're worried about that. I'm like, wait, no warrant? You're just gonna break
Well, they're dead.
Door was open.
into a place? That's what I was kind of thinking. I'm like, you're just gonna open that barn? What squatters' rights, Daniel?
What squatters?
It's
Yeah, they could be squatting in there. There's a doll squatting in there.
yeah, like how long has this place been abandoned? For like 10 years?
Also, I don't think squatters' rights are a thing.
Also, there was,
adverse
like-
possession. It's a thing some
There
places.
was, there was like a thunderstorm going on, I think, during that scene, but they
Did you
didn't
take
make
a
any
dump?
thunder noises, so I was safe. I don't remember hearing any loud thunder, but I seen some lightning
It was
flashing.
subdued.
It was in the distance.
As
as a symbol of the upcoming events to come.
That it was
in the
going to rain.
future.
The upcoming events to
It's
come
come in the future.
Like,
yes.
in the future,
Next.
it's going to rain.
Soon.
I was worried that they were going to stand in the shafts of light and either fall through the floor, or one of them was going to turn into a monster like Zelda: A Link to the Past. Like, don't break the barrier like Split Second, right? You don't do it.
No, what was going to happen, also, there were 2 really bright lights outside those 2 little windows, apparently.
Yeah, I just said that.
That's ridiculous. That's a weird design. What they were going to do was they were going to find some like old metal hubcaps around there, and they were going to clean them up, and they were going to start doing the mummy and shine it all around and light the whole place up. Anytime you got beams of light like that, you have to do a mummy. And, Longlegs could have helped them, because I'm sure that probably happened in one of the National Treasure movies.
Oh, that's a good point.
That's a good point.
Yeah, good movies, by the way.
Shame about that
Okay.
third one.
So when they started digging up, it's a shame about that TV show.
That's what I'm saying.
I think they're still back on board making the third one. When they start digging, okay, first they find a cross or something on the floor?
Big
Yes.
one, yeah.
Big old metal cross that's
Big old metal cross.
somehow
and
anchored
that's
to
just
a
like,
floor.
yeah, so we got to dig this up, of course. They start pulling out a body. What do you think's happening? Like, what did you think was happening there? Because Kim had a better eye on it than I did the first time we watched it.
I saw a mannequin.
I first saw child, then I saw body, and then I saw there's uncanny valley. Something's not right.
Does a child not count as a body?
It could have just
No.
been the head, not the whole thing.
Does a head count as a body?
No.
No.
A head's a head. Body's a body.
Okay.
Body's
Okay,
a body's
okay.
a body. You know what I mean?
Mr. Body's body is gone.
Mr. Body's
It's
body.
here.
Also,
We found it.
Kim spotted it was a mannequin like pretty quick. I was like, oh, who are they digging up? Wow, I thought they already had the dead girl. So who's this other kid? Oh, that's weird. That's a weird thing that they just dug up. I don't like that at all. I would have preferred it to be a dead kid.
Got human hair.
I said if those eyes open up, I'm fucking done. And my God.
Why did the eyes open up?
So cheap jump scare.
So that
Well,
didn't really
actually,
happen?
because yeah, it should have opened up. Maybe they were just stuck.
They could have been. They dropped most of those dolls' eyes. If you recall, like little baby dolls with the open and closing eyes, if you tilt the head upright, the eyes are open. You lay it down, they're closed. So he just put that technology in the doll,
Yeah.
and it's been there so long they're stuck. They had the doll upright, and then it finally unstuck.
The stinger didn't
That's all
help
it
though.
is.
The stinger is what makes it a cheap jump scare.
I don't think any jump scares are cheap. I think they're jump scares. That's their nature. You can't have a jump scare that's not technically cheap. And they're fantastic. I am a jump scare truther. Love them.
If you jump scare me by just doing a cut and a loud noise,
You guys see that
Did
Flanagan
you get
jump
scared?
scare thing?
no, I get startled. I don't get scared.
That still counts. What, his talk about jump scares?
No, and
Nothing
that
to do with what
TV
we're talking
show
about,
He
Kenny.
did
Midnight Club? Did you
In
see it?
Midnight Club, one of the stories has like 300 jump scares just back to back to back to back to back to back.
I need to finish watching it. I didn't get to that episode.
Was it
Pretty
Uh,
early
good?
because I didn't finish it either. Not really.
Yeah, it wasn't hooking me like his other
I mean,
stuff.
it's not. I think it's for children. So
So's this doll.
What if Longlegs got a hold of Megan?
Mithrigan?
Yeah. Then we combine devil shit with technology, like Immaculate.
and then what?
Then his whole thing, like, he can streamline this whole process. He doesn't even have to go to the houses. Megan just does it.
He's already got a Megan.
No, she's getting old.
Is she?
I think.
I think the devil's keeping her young.
Mm,
Because if not for that
she's-
raggedy hair, I think she looks pretty young.
I mean, I don't know. She's more out there than her daughter. They take this doll they find to the forensics guy, who's just...
He's creepy.
He's creepy. He finds this solid metal sphere in the head.
Don't break the sphere. There's no point.
Yeah. Has the sphere got a hold of him?
Yeah,
Because, okay,
absolutely.
what's in the spheres? The
Absolutely.
kid souls?
Evil's in the sphere. The devil.
Evil.
A little piece of him. Yeah.
Yeah. And so while he's sitting there talking about that, Harker's having flashbacks? Or is this another girl?
She's getting because the
She's seeing
sphere
snakes.
is
She's seen snakes.
they're doing like an ultrasound on the sphere, and this triggers Harker's heavy rain psychic mode. Okay,
Yeah.
and so then
So she sees a little girl
so she's getting
in the basement.
of Carrie Ann. So it's a doll. I thought of like, oh, real girl, But then
That's right.
But then it's a
That's
doll,
right.
and it's like, and Longlegs is like, I know you're afraid of the. You know you're not afraid of the dark. Okay, I'm turning into John Travolta because you are.
I thought we agreed.
You are the
decided
dark.
We weren't gonna try to do it.
I need to We need to spend more time with Longlegs, and then I think we could probably pull it off.
Just do one big supercut of his 5 minutes on screen for the whole movie, and just play it on loop.
So we found out that Carrie Ann was at school when her family died, but that she's been in a psychiatric hospital like ever since. And so when I see this scene, I'm like, oh wait, has Longlegs put a hex on Carrie Ann and used this doll to do it?
Yes, but was that an intentional
No,
thing that she wasn't there?
I think it was just
How do you fuck that up?
happenstance. Just happenstance.
But it's never happened
The
that
nun
way
never,
before.
none never fucked that up. But you know what? She forgot to set her clocks back for daylight savings.
I use Taco Standard Time, so that's
And what it? Oh wait, is that the league?
yeah. So okay, so yeah, the ball. How much of Carrie Ann does it have? Like the memories of that? Is it just for that short period of time? Like how big's the storage here? What do we got? 'Cause like you said,
Probably
they're-
like a terabyte, maybe.
You think that's not enough for the human brain? I'm just wondering if like she could have I don't know, seen the kid's entire childhood, or is it just long leg adjacent?
I think it's sphere doll localized. So you're
Makes
you're
sense.
only gonna get to the doll's eyes.
Well, Carrie Ann's eyes through the doll's eyes. So was Carrie Ann actually in the basement with long legs, or was that just the doll?
That's just
And
the
she-
doll.
Just the doll.
Doll, and then she was okay, yeah.
So once
Uh.
Longlegs finds out that Carrie Ann wasn't there, then we put a black shroud on her, put her in the barn, and that's what makes her go basically
Ah.
catatonic, because now she's being kept in darkness, right? And it's not until they take the doll out that she wakes up.
Yeah, and then we go
Now,
shopping.
question is, if they had blown the head off that doll, well, I guess they eventually did break open the.
But they
The
didn't
sphere.
destroy the sphere. They don't break open the sphere.
Later they do, and
Not that sphere.
they say there's nothing in it.
No, he just says there's nothing in it because he
He
like
says there's
X-rayed
nothing in it, and they blow up other spheres, but not that one.
He specifically says there's no reason to break it open.
That guy
He says
does
it in a weird way.
But later, I thought Carter mentioned that they did open it up anyway, and there was just nothing in it. Because
Maybe they did that. Maybe they
You
did
might
that
be
after
right.
she was already dead.
Or maybe
Maybe.
that they did that and then she killed herself.
She came out of her catatonia the same day we found the doll.
Yeah, that could be anything but a coincidence. Look, we opened the ball in the doll's head, and there's nothing inside.
Maybe we're missing something.
Oh.
So that's gonna be that's the question that has no answer. If they had done it like immediately, just blown it up, is she still under any kind of influence?
Well,
from Longlegs.
The implication later when they blow up the one for Harker's is she's released from.
It's stopping the memory veil. It's like the reason
Yeah.
she's off is because part of her consciousness is like being kept from her.
Yeah. So.
But it's also
I'm
making
thinking
her
if
psychic.
That's true, and you don't want to lose that.
Hey,
You don't. Okay.
do you
wait,
check
let's
IDs
go
in this
shopping.
joint? Let's go shopping.
Seems like a good idea.
Mommy!
Yeah. You do the thing with the eyes.
What is he doing?
Cuckoo! Oh, I hit my mic. Shit.
Cuckoo. Doing the fucking Pan's Labyrinth thing?
Cuckoo! Cuckoo!
Yeah. I just
It's
love
your
the girl's reaction.
birthday.
This is the.
So come on, let's have some fun.
When's your birthday, Angel? Or does he call this one Angel? I don't know. And then I just love the girl's reaction.
What day is your birthday, little angel?
Daddy, that gross guy is back again.
Dad, the weird guy's here again. Fantastic.
And then I'm in line behind him. Are you talking about me or him?
Him?
Him
Me?
or me?
What?
Him?
What is that thing hanging from his rearview mirror?
I don't know, but it seems like a symbol. Is it Prince?
No, it's not the Prince symbol. It looked
No, I
almost
got
like
nothing.
a chimera of something. Like, I mean, I imagine
Is it
it's
a mini 10-headed beast, perhaps?
no, it didn't have 10 heads, but I do imagine it's
A Hydra?
something
Well, it's definitely something.
because it was there. This isn't like Barbarian when some of you didn't agree with me that there was nothing there. There's something there.
Who didn't agree with you?
Probably Kenny.
I would never.
Tunnel snakes.
Also, that whole scene, I love it, but that's just classic Hollywood nepotism. Clerk is the director's daughter. Classic.
Okay.
Yeah, now you know. What do you do if you're the clerk in that situation?
What? Oh, I hit a button.
And I don't
hit a
mean you
button.
as a little girl.
I hit a button. Oh, that's under my clerk desk. As soon as he starts doing cuckoo, cuckoo, that button gets pressed.
And what does the button do?
The button calls the cops. It's a silent alarm.
Ah, okay.
Silent alarm has
Daniel,
gone off.
Someone walks up to you and says they need to order a cake, and then they start doing this. What do?
That's not my job.
Okay, but you're totally
Daniel looks at him in the face and goes, "That ain't my job. That ain't my job."
This person walks up to you and say, "What am I supposed to do with no bread?" And then they start doing all this. What do?
Hey man, I work. I'll go.
Daniel
look in the
hides.
back.
Am I right?
I'll go look in the back. I'll check for you in the back. But really, I'm not checking.
Daniel has gone in
I'm not
to
checking.
hide.
I'm not coming back.
Yeah, he's gone to hide. He's gone to a safe place. He's locking the door. But he's not going to tell anyone else. He's going to let them discover it on their own. Am I right?
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong.
Say you guys are both wrong. As someone who's experienced in these situations,
Oh, jeez.
you've got two options.
You say that guy did it, or you point your friend Sean and say, no, that guy. It's
Well,
that
okay.
guy.
That was yeah, that's true. You can put it off on someone else next to you. Three options then. Pawn it off on someone else, which I guess technically the girl did. Fully embrace it.
You're like, ooh.
And just enjoy the story that you're gonna get out of it.
How do you wind up that cuckoo clock?
Yeah. Which, like I was telling number one fan Binge, like when he's seen the guy laying on the sidewalk covering his ears, just lay down next to him. You're gonna get a story out of it if you lay down next to him. Or three, you don't say a damn thing and you just walk away. You just keep walking.
Not my business.
No, you just said something.
Well, you say that
But
as
you
you
can't-
say that as you walk away. Not my business.
No, you can't say anything because now you've.
Can't say anything.
No,
If
but you need to put out into the universe. Not my business.
No, you do that by just walking.
You just walk away. Because if you half-ass interact, then now you're a target. If you fully embrace it, they're like, oh, okay. All right. Same. Like, you work for the devil? Yeah. Oh, and anyone asks you if you work for the devil, the answer is yes. It's like if they ask you if you're a god,
Yes.
the answer is yes.
Unless they eat their gods.
I freelance for him.
Yeah, I've been known to do some devil work. Frailty, that's me. What's he buying? Doll making stuff.
Doll making supplies.
Skittles.
He's making stuff for the Ruby doll.
Starburst.
Okay, now he's back in the car,
Yeah.
and he's allowed to go full Nick Cage.
Sure.
What's he do?
He's making fun of the little counter clerk girl. He's like, "Daddy, Mommy, save me from the pains of existence." I don't know if Discord picked any of that.
Me.
Oh,
Yeah, it's weird.
he's singing.
Is
Yeah.
he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Daddy! Mommy! Make me! And save me from the hell of living!
He's entertaining himself.
He nailed it. That's a great scene.
He's also-
might be my favorite scene in the movie.
He's so our serial killer is both strange and just like sad.
I'll point out he hasn't killed anyone.
He
an
has not
actual
killed
out-
anyone.
And, if you want to be specific, he never does.
And I was thinking,
Well,
like, he gets a good lawyer. I think he could get off.
He does kill one person. He does murder one person, Daniel.
himself.
Okay, so what do they arrest him under? Like, so for example, a cult leader doesn't actually pull the trigger.
Right, but
orders the hits.
you have evidence of that. They don't have evidence of him doing anything because they think he did it alone, except he couldn't have done it alone. So they need that
And
second person.
What did
No,
he
they
actually
think
do?
What did he
at
do?
first they think he convinces them to kill their family and themselves, which
Look.
is the same thing a cult would kind of do. You've convinced them.
Yeah.
So you could also make the argument that, sure, I gave that guy $100,000 to go kill that guy, but I didn't do it. I just convinced him to do it.
Is being charismatic a crime?
And he
So
is.
they did convict that one girl of sending text messages to her boyfriend, semi-boyfriend, to kill himself, and then he did.
Yeah, I remember that.
So if we're going to count that as influence, we can get him for something.
Right. No,
So I
but
think
you have
we
no
get- we
evidence of him interacting with them.
Not yet, but we have evidence of as him being at the scenes now, placing these, whatever the hell these letters are, at the scene. So that's just the beginning. This is the beginning of the investigation. This gets you to like grab him. Now
Yeah,
you really got to
but
work
I'm-
to pull out. Like we need him to start talking.
You've only got 24 hours.
24 hours.
I don't think Longlegs
grill him.
really knows his rights at this.
I don't think they gave him a lawyer. This is a civil lawsuit waiting to happen.
No arrest warrants, no search warrants, no lawyers.
He's walking.
Well, he's not under arrest. He's just a person of interest.
Oh, he's an interesting person.
Is he handcuffed later?
Should have been handcuffed.
Surely he's handcuffed to the table.
Okay, yeah, then
That was fun. What happens after the store? Is that we see him awkwardly sitting in the basement?
Not yet. We go back to the hospital to check on Carrie Ann, and the administrator's like, yeah, it's the craziest shit. Like 2 days ago, she's completely catatonic. Yes, and then yesterday, she gets a visitor, and she wakes up. No, you know what? It's probably a good idea to check IDs. But no, we don't do that.
Don't.
Why would we do that?
Yeah, we definitely don't.
Nobody comes out here except, like, the people who say they are.
What does he sign in the guest book?
The Lee Harker.
And who's Lee Harker?
The agent.
Our main
my
Ezra.
God.
I'm like, wait, what?
And like, I didn't come here.
But what if
she's
she
thinking.
did?
That's what I was wondering.
What if she? That was actually my kind of thoughts. Yeah, like she was the helper.
But there's
and she
no.
didn't realize
But
it.
there's no time because we
sure?
go from like the barn to the.
It's only 89 miles.
It's only
or
89
something
miles.
like that.
I don't think they're sleeping
Yeah,
at this point though.
But we don't know. You don't know that the movie's being honest with you. Like
True.
This movie could be mostly from Harker's perspective, and she could be an unreliable narrator.
That's true. She shot a devil man
Once.
several times.
Twice, 3 times,
This
the
could've
devil
been-
man.
Could have been one of those movies where they we get to the last quarter of the film, they're like, oh, this is what actually happened, like a Fight Club. Like, yeah, man, there was nobody else there. This is you.
She is Longlegs.
She is Longlegs.
She's been Longlegs the whole time. It's been
Yeah,
Nick
and she
Cage the
calls
whole
herself
time.
that.
The greatest acting he's ever done.
Ever done. Peaches. It would just be
Peaches. Peaches
like
and
I
cream.
could just kill you. Is this? Did they meet up? Is this where she's like, I would just kill you, and that would be just Peaches?
Or
is that a later one?
She goes through some narrative. She's like, yeah, Daddy was a good man. That's why he done did it. And
We get the reenactment.
she's like, so when did the doll get made? And she's like, what doll? I don't remember no doll, and neither do you. And I'm like, oh damn.
Whoa.
And then she's like, a little foreshadowing. Yeah, if that nice man Peachy, if he said to me's I's to jump out the window, then I's to do it. I'd
be just so Peaches.
I'd just jump out the
You
window
wanted
and
me
be
to,
so Peachy back.
Rip that face off your face or something. I'd be so Peaches to do it. Anything he asks
don't rip my face off my
And
face.
at no point does Harker look at her and say, bring it, bitch.
Bring it, bitch.
Well, that's
So
because
we get
she knows that she's a witch, so.
Bring it,
That's
witch.
true. We get like a flashback to the scene where she talked about Daddy was a good man. Mommy was mad because I didn't come out right. And it shows like the C-section scar. Mommy takes off her shirt, like slices her C-section scar awkwardly.
Gently. Lovingly.
But they've got the doll. They're showing the doll with the parents because I guess she's at school. The mom starts stabbing the doll, if I recall.
Yeah.
And then Dad beheads a cow outside.
Yes.
And then
So they're going
Dad's
wrong.
got Dolly sitting on his lap. So they're both having their way with their daughter, Dolly.
Kind of.
Like, kind
Yeah.
of. I don't know what he was going to do with the cow head. And then Daddy axes the doll? No.
He axes
Daddy,
the
mom a
priest.
question.
First, he axes the
Well-
priest a question.
Yeah, the priest is there for some reason.
Yeah,
Have
why?
you found Jesus?
Have you? Yeah.
There's a silhouetted figure. I'm guessing it's just the fuzzy memory that's not showing us Harker's mom.
Yeah.
Like, I'm guessing that's supposed to be Harker's mom.
Yeah.
Right.
My thoughts of that whole scene, though, is like the mom comes running into the doll and then she gets axed in the back and she seems surprised. My impression the rest of the movie was like they knew they were going to get killed by the husband. Like that's kind of like they...
I wonder if it's rushed because of the third party being there, the priest guy.
The priest, and he's going to fuck it up. Maybe. It's brutal. And again, it's very much Insidious vibes.
So I was wondering, yeah, and I think I'm leaning more towards the mommy just wanted to stab the doll out of like resentment towards her daughter, but there's a lesser thought where I'm like, well, is she trying to destroy the doll?
She is. She's doing a shitty job at it.
Because she knows it's bad, but she's just doing a shitty job. But I'm leaning more towards let's just use this as a stand-in for daughter and stab.
No, I 100% stand in for daughter.
Okay.
I would have been maybe more on the fence like you were if she hadn't done the weird thing where she was complaining about her daughter coming out wrong and then cutting her C-section scar, because that's resentment thrown right in your face. She resented her daughter for not being born correctly. In her eyes.
Damn,
Rude.
man. Rude. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we can go back to
Yeah.
Longlegs. And he's bathed in beautiful red light. And I'm looking at him going, and we see like a workshop, and we see tools and pictures. And then all of a sudden I'm like, wait, is he some kind of doll maker? Is he a Geppetto?
Classic Geppetto.
And I'm like, why is he, what the hell does that have to do? The only reason I have, the first time they mentioned doll, is that in the scene with Carrie Ann? Is that the first time we know there's been a doll?
the first time we know there's been a doll is after we found the doll in the barn.
Thank you. That's how we know there's a doll.
Yeah, so after she gets done talking to her in the asylum and we see the Longlegs in the basement, Harker's talking to Carter. That's when Carter says, we opened up the ball, nothing was in it.
Yeah.
So they did open the ball, and it wasn't an immediate, they open the ball and she kills herself.
Right.
At least, unless this whole rest of the movie is quick, condensed time. I mean, I don't know how many days this takes place over, I guess. This isn't one of those movies that tells me where I am, when I am, and how I'm feeling.
And it makes you uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know.
Now, they are talking, this is where they start bringing up, like, in some cultures, dolls are used as, like, ritualist magic thing. To
That's
kind of
what I
control
was
people.
thinking.
Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, but then, Kenny, I take it one step further. I go to Dead Silence, and I'm like, is Harker a doll?
Ooh.
Oh.
In a way, she's been puppeted this whole movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm going
But
even
not in
further.
the literal
I'm
sense
going
of Dead
literally.
Silence.
Longlegs has just gotten so good because we know there's one doll, and that made me go, wait,
What a fucking movie, though.
how many other? So if there was one
I
doll
don't even have
here,
a full tank of gas.
that's right. There should have been other dolls, but none of the police reports mention any other dolls. So I'm wondering if it's like a Dexter
Does he leave the dolls
Dexter
after the
Trinity
thing's done?
situation where there are dolls and they're hidden in places we just didn't find them. I wasn't thinking there was a doll and someone removed it. I was thinking there were dolls there to be found, but we just never found
Maybe,
them.
because, I mean, it doesn't necessarily make sense why he buries the one doll at the camera farm other than we're just trying to lure Harker into the...
He buries that doll because Carrie Ann survives.
Yeah, but at their property and stuff?
Sure.
Well, you know what? Mommy
And then puts
was
a cross
too
over it?
busy to do something else. Okay.
No, I think the Carrie thing was on purpose. I think getting Harker there was always the end game, and so that's why he set it up like this to have a loose end, a thread for her to pull and follow, because she's not going to detective it herself. He's realized after all these years, he's got to put a little more out there for her.
Well, I think she just graduated FBI.
Well, yeah, and then her partner gets shot immediately, and like, that'll do it.
You know
And
what?
Now you're on the
She
X-Files.
told him that house, it's got the bad guy, and he was all
She
like,
did not say bad guy with gun.
bitch, you
Did not say
crazy.
piss shirt Ben's bar.
We are not doing it on the first day, okay? We are not going crazy first day.
Goddamn psychic partners. I get
Well,
tired of getting
unfortunately
put
for
with this
him,
goddamn
he's not gonna have He's not gonna have a second day.
He was 30 years until retirement. He's
Damn.
too damn young for
Damn.
this shit.
Damn.
Hey, Harker,
Damn.
I read
Hey,
your report.
What's up?
I read
Yeah.
your file, the report on you.
Yeah.
And when's the last time you talked to your mother?
None of your goddamn business.
Because she died 10 years ago.
That's what I thought was.
he was gonna
Me
say.
too. I'm like, oh shit.
Because every time she talked to her, it was like dark in her house. She's the only one there. And just her mannerisms, the whole conversation, like it really almost seems like she's talking to herself.
Has she visited the house and found the locked door yet?
Not yet. She's gonna go there after this. So he's like, Mommy, turns out your mom filed a police report around your time of your 9th birthday. Do you know anything about that? And Harker's all like, no. Did she? She's like, yeah,
No.
5 days before your birthday. She called
Five Guys Burgers.
Five Guys
for your birthday.
Burgers. Okay, but not Emo's Pizza. Never the pizza that cuts
Never
itself.
Emo's
Never.
Pizza. Fucking Emo's Pizza.
Uh-uh.
St. Louis style pizza is the devil's work.
Longlegs runs Emu Pizza.
I'd eat fucking Emu Pizza.
I bet
over
you would, you
Emo's
savage.
Pizza.
She calls and reports a trespasser, tall, pale, beautiful,
What?
godlike. I want you, Harker, go see your mom and you ask her. You understand?
Well, he also that when he points out that her birthday is on the 14th.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that the earlier? That's the one. So like, okay, you need to go talk to your mom.
At that point, no, you take her off the case.
Correct.
Well, she's the only reason they even have a case. She keeps cracking everything.
Yeah, but at this point, what else can she give us? She's already done the cipher, so we can now decode any more letters, and she hasn't actually had any other insights.
And she's involved.
Because we got the barn from
what
the
would be
letters.
the point of taking her? She's going to be working the case anyway. You might as well have her do it kind of sort of under your supervision because he is targeting her. He broke into her house, left the letters. You might as well.
He doesn't know that.
take her
She
off the
doesn't tell
case.
him that.
She doesn't tell him that. I think she doesn't.
Ooh.
She hasn't told him that because that's being blocked from her.
Oh, you think like even new stuff is being blocked from
Yeah,
her?
that stuff we saw.
Oh, so she doesn't even know how she broke the cipher.
So she because when he asked
I'm a
how'd you do
genius.
this, she said I just looked enough. Because later he was like, don't look at this stuff too much, it's gonna fry your brain. And later when he's like, well, how did you decode this? She's like, I looked just enough. I only looked enough.
Or she's
Never
embarrassed to admit that he gave me the answer.
Because
I cheated.
I don't see a reason why she would not report immediately.
Well, I
hey,
thought the letter
someone
said, "Don't
broke
do
into
this
my
or I'll
house.
cut your mom's tits off."
Yeah, and left a birthday card.
Because it's your birthday.
I didn't want to tell you the killer's in my mom's basement, and I was gonna find him, and I was gonna be a hero.
The second there was a locked door, I called that he's in the basement.
Yes, me too. I said yes. I said locked. Oh hell yeah, he's down there. He's the man downstairs. Bam. I just don't know why or how, because I'm like, wait, mom still lives in the White House, the White House that is right next to your little where you live. And oh my, and mom is a hoarder.
I meant to make a joke about how this is Kenny 20 years in future.
Just grow his hair out.
That's why I keep buying a bigger house, so it doesn't look so bad.
Well, because Hordy McHorderson, he's a dragon.
It's my treasure.
It's treasure. It's all turtles,
Treasures.
as far as the eye can see.
So that means that this curse on her has to be blocking the fact that his car's parked out there all the time.
Well, I mean, it's covered up.
Or him and mommy sharing a ride.
Both?
Throw a sheet over a car, and I'll be like, oh, there ain't no car out here.
She's being blocked from things. She can't see it.
Yeah, which is great. When we finally meet mommy, though, I get the phone calls. I'm like, oh, okay, that's just how she fucking
That's just
is.
mom.
It's like, I think they have an okay relationship, but I think it's kind of like, okay, I love my mother, she loves me, but she's crazy.
Mommy's crazy.
You've been saying your prayers, Lee?
No.
I never did, dog.
They scare me. Our prayers that keep the devil away? No, fuck that shit, man. You keep the devil away, Mom.
You're right.
Is that just like a joke between mom and Longlegs? Like, yeah, make sure she's saying her prayers because they don't fucking work. Like, I bet you think she's going to do it? You think she's really going to do it?
No, I think the mom still thinks she's got to do all this extra shit on top of it to protect her daughter.
I don't know. Because then she's like, you're right. Because she starts laughing when Lee says no. She's like, yeah, you're right. They don't do a damn thing.
I think she just like periodically laughs at shit because look at the shitty situation she's in.
What do you mean? She has bags of teeth.
Well, I mean, you
Bags
tell me
of
you don't have children's teeth lying around your house, Ryan?
No. Okay, I didn't clock those as children's teeth. Actually, I
didn't clock teeth at all. Was this during my nap?
I don't have bags of children's teeth. Each the ones that have fallen out of Christine's head, only my daughter's, I have in little jeweled cases, which you can put into a replica of a mouth so that we'll have most of her baby teeth.
You're weird.
It's not just me.
Who else?
My wife.
Right.
Oh, you
that's an extension of you.
No, I made it very clear. We're only collecting our
so
daughter's
you throw
teeth.
out your wife's teeth.
I mean, yeah, she's like a shark. They just keep coming. So.
Hey man, Tooth Fairy takes our daughter's teeth. They're gone.
What do you do?
Tooth
Just
Fairy
throw them
leaves
away?
A lot of money.
No, you can
I don't know
keep
what the
them.
Tooth Fairy does with them, dog.
Oh, the Tooth Fairy uses them to build out their palace.
Made out of teeth?
Yes.
All I know
That's
is the
just
Tooth
fucked
Fairy
up,
leaves a
dog.
lot more money now than they did when I was losing teeth.
Wait, how much they getting?
I've seen like $5 a tooth. I've heard upwards of 50.
Well, I mean, how much is Tooth Fairy giving for yours?
I think I was getting change.
No, I mean for your spawn.
I've seen my kids wake up with 5 spots. And I'm like, if I was
And
getting
then you're looking
$5
at your
a
wall
tooth,
and you're like, where the fuck did my $5 bill go?
simultaneously I've been robbed. I think if I was getting $5 every time I lost a tooth back in my tooth losing days,
I would have no
could be
teeth.
approaching again. They'd all been gone. I would have had I would have bought a copy of Earthbound.
Yeah.
And I'd have been set. That'd have been a good investment.
Yeah, sure.
It only occurred to me.
Build a house out of the teeth?
Hold on.
Why is he looking around for a house?
No, I'm not looking.
Do you live in this house?
Why does he got cans of gas on the shelf behind him?
It does say gas.
This is why he blurs that, so we can't look at his shelf. But I can see it today.
Is there a diploma?
In the back behind a little participation trophy.
Oh my god, I fucking hate these millennials with their participation trophies.
Oh, he found his little book.
Well, I don't care about the book. He knows that, right?
Tooth Fairy.
I don't think he does.
By Audrey Wood. I will just turn to the page that you really need to see.
Show the listeners.
So, Tooth Fairy Palace, and everything, all the buildings, all the roads, all the bridges, all the walls, all the towers, all made of teeth.
That is horrifying.
So, and
they can't smell good.
They had to start like making it though.
They
right?
boiled
so,
them, Kenny, though. So they clean them, they boil them,
What?
and then they use them as building material.
They fix the cavities.
They do, actually, yeah.
Wow.
They get sent to the dirty teeth dungeon where a bunch of robots have to clean them. But in the
They have robots?
Yeah.
Did ChatGPT write this Tooth Fairy book for your daughter?
This is from.
Oh, they can make up a name, Ryan. It doesn't matter.
This is
what
from
it says
Robot
on there.
McRobot.
1985. Okay.
That's what it says,
They
but
can put a year on there.
yeah, you
And-
just
But
say
a little
whatever you
girl
want.
shouldn't know these things, Ryan. Did you call the cops about... That's the transition right there.
Okay.
Did
You don't want to talk
did you
about this
call the
book anymore?
cops?
Because I could go on. There's more in here.
I didn't.
No, we've moved
I didn't
on.
want you to talk about it to begin
It's a
with.
short children's story, but there is more in there. Like this little girl named Jessica. She's
It's
jealous.
Still happening.
She's jealous.
But did she call the cops about a fancy man that showed up? Like, can you tell me about this fancy man that showed up? Did you call the cops about, Mom?
No.
No, it's just the way it sounds, baby girl.
I'm not a little girl anymore, Mom.
That's because you were
I'm a
allowed to
man.
grow up.
You're not a child because you were allowed to grow up.
Allowed?
Whoa.
What does that mean?
This is a cruel world, especially for the little things. Not all of them are allowed to live.
What are you talking about?
I might have forgotten everything I possibly could for both of our sakes, but I never threw anything away. All of your things, it's all in your room.
That's a weird way to say that. And that's what I said the first time we watched this. I go, that is a weird, specific way of phrasing that. You were allowed to grow up.
I'm not
like-
allowed.
So
If this was a different story, that's something like an extremely abusive, manipulative parent would say.
right,
This ain't that story.
we
What does
don't
she mean?
we don't think it is.
I
What?
don't
So we're
think
all
it
like,
is.
what does that mean? Now, I would have preferred if the movie does not later explicitly explain dump to us
I
what
feel
that
like
meant.
yeah, Lord.
We didn't need
dumps,
that.
Yeah.
Because I
Yeah.
think we got enough. Take that out. We still get enough of her saying, I don't know. We still got enough that we could have had a whole bunch of cool theories about what that actually. We could have discussed what that actually
Right,
meant.
I think that's my biggest issue outside of it being overhyped about how traumatizing the second half was. Because I
Have they
eat worse
watched
shit
a
for
movie?
breakfast. Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. But they give enough information to where the questions I'm left asking are dumb questions instead of taking even either give me more to answer everything or give me less so I can really speculate and go off on all these different.
So we can have like
Rats.
little mutant babies running around unlocking and
Yeah.
locking doors. Yeah.
Instead,
No.
I'm stuck here half mass.
This is a cruel world,
are you
especially for little things.
A pirate ship?
I'm always a pirate shit. You want shit? You want to see my black spot?
This
Mommy
another
says
another interesting line from her. I might have forgotten all I possibly could, but I did not throw anything away.
That's true. She didn't throw
Go
anything.
go
away.
check your shit.
Go check. So I'm like,
So
well,
is that
what
her
is mom?
subconscious?
Yeah.
Working
Like, what is mommy
against-
trying to forget?
Yeah. So the hoarding habit in general is to make sure she still had the evidence there. Like I think subconsciously she still wanted her daughter to get out of this, like even further out than she is by the mom. Like she wants to get caught because she knows if she completes this ritual, something bad has to happen. You don't do something for the devil and something good happens for humanity.
Where is
So-
she getting another thing from? I'm wondering. We don't ever see it, but I'm wondering if she's taking things from the houses. Like otherwise, where is all this stuff coming from? Is she just buying it? But why? Like some of the okay, I now think she's buying and hoarding all this stuff because it's like material to be used for the dolls downstairs.
Buying with what money?
She got that sweet nurse money, retirement.
She retired?
I
She's
mean,
collecting. She's
it's
on
hard
that
for her-
American dream
Yeah.
disability.
Yeah, but now
okay?
she's also got to support this graveyard-haired guy downstairs
eats
too.
He
roaches.
eats saltines.
Okay.
Okay.
Both of those things.
She's got a photo. She's got a
Look
photo.
at this
Kenny.
photograph.
And he sings. Oh my God, does he sing?
Cheese and crackers. He says that. I don't know why he says that, but he says it.
It's like a song of, if you accept, I come one time. If you accept the deal, if you don't, I'll have to come back again, 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 again.
Let me in now, and it can be nice. Make me go now, and I'll have to come back. Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like.
Yeah, he talks
He's
to
casting
everyone
a spell.
the same
Ooh.
way. He talks to everyone like they are a child. Like, he doesn't talk to kids any different than he talks to adults. He's talking to them all in a weird sing-songy, you're all children kind of way. But yeah, so we flash back. We see daughter encounters Longlegs, and he starts doing these hand movements. And the mom's like, fuck off. And he's like, let me in now, and it can be nice. Make me go now, and I'll have to come back. Not once, not twice, but as many times as I like. And the thunder's going right now.
I
You
can
might
see it
hear
flashing
that.
behind you.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It spooked me earlier.
Whoa.
I loved it. Like I said, you probably get, less than 10 minutes of Longlegs in this whole movie, but it's fantastic the entire time he's on screen. So now Harker tracks down Carter to say,
Look at this
hey,
photograph.
you know the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen this boy?
I said that earlier.
Every
and no
time
one
I do,
chuckled.
it makes me laugh. I forgot, Daniel. I'm sorry. I said I wouldn't, but now that he brings it up.
You said you would never forget.
Every time I do it makes me laugh. Yeah, so hey, I got a picture of the guy. Does she say at this point, like, yeah, that's the guy that came to the house? Like, my mom knew she had this?
It's
I don't think you have to say
you
it.
don't got to say all that.
She doesn't want to implicate her mother.
She's not going to have a choice, but...
Okay, and then let's see.
Oh my god.
Longlegs doll making after they have that little conversation. And then he goes... Is this when he goes to ride the bus?
Yeah, somehow he knows the jig is up. Or he's just leaving the house to take his stuff out because he knows, I don't want that hoarding bitch to touch my things, okay?
Don't touch my thing. I don't think he's trying to escape.
No, he's coming out so people can see him and be like, okay, because this is the plan.
Right, it's the plan. He wants to make it look like he's trying to get out of town.
Or something like that.
Because he's just awkwardly standing at a bus stop with luggage.
Right, even though we know he had a car.
Yeah, a great car. I'm going to need you to get on the fucking ground. Is that the proper way an FBI agent should approach?
Please.
You say please. I'm going to need you to get on the please fucking ground.
I'm going to need you to fuck the ground, please.
I needed to fuck the ground, please. Now we get the video recordings of him being somewhat interrogated, and the FBI's all watching it, and we get to actually hear his name, which is...
Cobblepot.
Nicholas Cage.
Nicholas Cage. It's like Dale something Noble.
Don't do this to me.
Cobble?
There's a Cobble. There's a Dale. There's a middle name. So he is a person with a file. Like, he is a real person.
What'd they have on him? Or you're just saying he's a real... When you said they had a
he's
file,
a real boy.
I thought you were implying that he'd been arrested for something.
No,
before.
I'm guessing he has like a driver's license or something. Otherwise,
he's got
so you're trying to say
security.
he's not just like a demon or something.
He's not a fallen demon
human.
who just showed up and there's no record of him whatsoever. Like he's of this world.
Yeah.
He's just really creepy. He sings this happy birthday song. Well,
to Lee.
First, but here's the thing that I'm like, oh god, that's fucking great. Is during the video, he's talking about, and there's gonna be a birthday party, and we're gonna have it, and you're gonna be there, and you're gonna be there, and you're gonna be there. And when he's looking at the camera, the video shows him looking at people in the actual room that the video is playing in. I'm like, oh fuck,
that's fantastic. But then, did he look at just Carter and Harker?
No, he also looked at Agent Brown. Was that her name?
Does she get got?
She gets shot in the head.
She wasn't at the party.
Well, but she something, but no, she gets shotgun in the head.
She gets shot by mommy.
Yeah.
That's she's the one who gets okay. So yeah, so he looks at each of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
And I'm like, oh no, okay.
So now we're gonna be like, hey, Harker, you wanna tell us more about this guy? Well, what do you know, other agent lady? Well, he worships the devil, but he didn't actually kill anybody.
And worshiping the devil is not a crime.
Not a crime in this country. But also, why does he know you so much?
No. Let's ignore that. He's got an accomplice. We know he's got an accomplice. Okay, has to have an accomplice. Manson had a family, so this guy has to have an accomplice if he's not the one who's ever going to the place, right? So I'm gonna go talk to him. I'm gonna get some information. And at this point, I'm already saying, look, okay, I'm sorry, Lee. Mommy's the accomplice, but I was going at it from the angle of she was a nurse. And she used
drugging them.
Somehow she used her angle as a nurse to get into the houses and it was some kind of injection.
Drug them.
I'm like,
they also
that's
talked
what I thought
about
was
something.
happening.
They were quoting something from Revelations. Oh no, there's no S. Revelation.
There's no S.
Said something about like 10 crowns, like
so it's
8 horns.
It's a continuation of the I stood on the sand of the sea. It's a continuation of that whole line.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, with 7 heads and 10 horns. And on his horns he wore 10 crowns, and on each head was written the blasphemous name.
Book of Revelations, isn't it?
Revelation. There's no S, it's singular.
Basically, it's revealing that the beast rises out of the ocean, and then you get the name of the beast, the sign of the beast, the number of the beast, all that kind of stuff.
But mankind rose out of the ocean. Are we the beast?
No.
That's deep. Write that down, Daniel.
I
Daniel,
said no.
Take a note.
Right under your feet.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, pull that up. Right under your feet. Cobble's right down there. We're just gonna. You can go down there if you want.
He's the man downstairs.
No, now he says he's the friend of a friend.
He's a friend
who lives
of a friend.
downstairs.
My friend that lives downstairs. Could we get another flashback to him talking to Mommy with Harker there? You can even call him Mr. Downstairs. Now that seems like
that's what I call my penis.
Porn name. It's Mr. Downstairs.
And introducing.
You don't have a basement. Yeah, not much of one.
You son of a bitch. I'm renovating.
I'm taking out the carpet. Putting in hardwood, baby. Should she have been allowed to go in there by herself?
No.
Was she supposed to? Did she have permission or did she just go there? I don't remember.
I think she
They
tells
tell her to.
They tell her what she needs to do. She needs to get information out of him. But should she be doing this? Absolutely not,
No.
because she is now a witness,
Potentially a victim.
potentially to this case. Like, she should not be anywhere near him now.
Shouldn't be involved at all.
Now, this is being
Dexter should
the
not be
90s.
allowed to talk to or take evidence from the man who shot his sister.
That's fair.
Well,
That's fair.
that whole season is just
I don't.
It's
do
just
much
a
past
big
Trinity.
problem.
I miss Trinity.
That camera is not a live feed, is it? They're just recording. and
They're
have
just
to play it back.
recording.
They're just recording.
So they don't know what's happening. Okay. 'cause
It
I
could
was
be
gonna say, if it's
closed. It could
live
be a
feed-
closed circuit.
You think it's a closed circuit?
I'd imagine,
Maybe.
yeah.
There's got to be a delay, though, because it takes them a hot minute.
Well,
Because they definitely could have kept him alive. She could have kept him alive.
Just by putting a pillow under his face.
I mean, she said, not my
Yeah.
business.
Now, this scene with her and him in there, the bit I read about this was she actually hadn't seen Nick Cage in costume or anything yet.
That makes
and
sense.
This was the last he filmed, and they had her mic'd up, and the position of the mic was picking up her heart rate.
Okay.
And she went from something like a resting heart rate of around like 70 something, mid 70s, to like something crazy like 170.
Well, yeah, if you just fucking got to meet Nick Cage, wouldn't you be excited?
I'm pretty stoked,
I'd
man.
probably pass out. But then apparently they used that the sound of her heartbeat in one of the trailers for this.
Oh.
But she was like, I was absolutely freaked out. And I'm like, I like shit like that. Like, if you're gonna do something where you've got like a monster or something in a movie,
A Nick Cage.
a Nick Cage, especially like I like when you do it with kid actors. You know, you don't show them the thing that's gonna fucking chase them. You just have them bust through a wall and traumatize them. Fuck yeah, get that honest reaction.
I
mean, whatever. Look, movies are forever.
You don't
Trauma
tell
can
the
be taken
kid it's
care
all
of.
pretend. You tell him it's fucking real.
Yeah, it's fucking real, baby. I love that. I eat that shit up.
Oh, we had a big laugh when you went into law enforcement.
So is he talking to the man downstairs? Like, does he have a direct connection where like he's actually giggling about things with him? I want to know.
Oh,
he's talking about him and the mom.
He's talking about him and maybe.
Oh, you and Mom are talking shit about me?
Well, look, she was the 7th, okay? She was who had been given the same choice that they've all been given. You either get Crimson or Clover, okay? Get the dirty work that gets dirty as it cleans.
Crimson or Clover, accept the gift and destroy it. And destroy yourself and yourselves, or keep it and bow down. Bow all the way down and get right down to the dirty, dirty work. Work that gets dirty as it cleans, like a mop, like a rat.
So if someone explained to me what the hell he was saying.
Get tough stains out
with
lemony fresh pine sol
with Longlegs.
Okay, so let's play this out differently, Ryan. Then
okay,
if they all get this choice, what if they all take the mom's choice? Nobody dies.
Oh, it's a pyramid scheme.
It's you got to keep pushing the buck, passing the buck.
Yeah, we don't push.
How I interpreted this is like he had gone through a couple other people But when he says the 7th, I don't know what that means. Like the 7th person he's approached.
Oh, it's after 6?
Right.
Now, 7, though,
Is she the
8,
7th
9.
Oh, and that's why all the other numbers fear him.
Shut up.
Yes.
He's like a black hole for numbers.
Black hole sun, won't you come? Yeah, so did he offer that to other people? Because again, I could see that being an issue.
How would he offer it if
they
he's not the one going into the house?
Well, he was until
I think
he found someone to do it.
Yeah, this was an offer
and then
up
I guess
till
maybe
her.
the new one would offer.
Oh.
And then now there's no offers off the table. Position has been filled.
Oh.
Fair.
Now,
okay.
The first murder occurred January 13th, 1974. And do you know what day of the week it was?
Friday?
That's what I thought too. No, it was a Sunday.
Well, why'd you ask me? That makes that. I don't care if it's a Sunday the 13th.
That's a Lord's Day, Christine. No, you goddamn it.
That's not his name.
I'm not going to lie to you, Daniel.
Have you said that phrase to your daughter before?
No, what I'll usually do is I'm yelling at Christine, but I'll say Daniel.
Really?
Yes. I'll be like, get off the chair, Daniel. And then I'm like, that's not you.
You need to start doing those little phone games that keep your brain sharp, buddy, because that is not a good sign. You got some sort of demon shroud on you that's kind of making you forget these things?
Least in your interest, Christine Kinney, at least it starts with the same like consonant sound. Calling Christine Daniel makes no sense in any universe.
Well,
except that I had to probably used to do it. Like behavior-wise, like it's just memories in the back of the brain and probably just telling you to stop doing things.
You're not the
I think those
boss
cans
of
of
me.
gas behind you are slowly leaking. I think that's what it is.
What, the propane?
Yeah.
I sniff them.
Hey, everyone's doing whippets over here nowadays. That's something you're missing out of. We're just selling them straight up. You don't even have to buy the cans of whipped cream anymore.
Really?
Galaxy gas.
Oh, I saw something about that. What is Galaxy gas?
Oh, it's just the.
Does it take you to the moon?
Shit that pretty much it's the shit that people huff when they're doing whippets instead of they're skipping a step, and they're able to sell it legally by saying you can use this to make fun flavored whipped topping and stuff for parties. So they're just flavoring the gas, and people are just buying it to huff it. Mostly children.
What is it?
I could be huffing grape flavored?
What is a whippet? Don't like body shrug, head fall down to one side to me.
You know what?
Good
Ryan's
sir.
striking me like the type of guy who ain't never like tilted the compressed air can upside down and then sprayed his balls with it. That's the vibe I'm getting from Ryan.
Okay, first off, Ryan, do you remember when they added bittering agent to cans of...
Oh my goodness.
Oh shit. My
What is
power
that?
just went out.
But I see you.
Oh, that was weird. The computer, it was a brownout.
It did not want you to know, or want me to know about you
How's the
spraying
power
your
go
balls
out,
with
but
air.
your
apparently.
internet doesn't go out? Your computer doesn't
That was
turn
weird.
off? Meanwhile,
It was
my fucking Wi-Fi will just turn itself off.
And we
monitors
still can't
both
see you.
just turned off. The microphone kind of turned off for a second. Everything's still going. We're good.
If your microphone turned off, check the recording.
Oh, it's still recording. Like everything's going. It just the light popped off for a second.
That was weird, dude.
Yeah, that's what we call a brownout.
You think that was the devil, dude?
Probably didn't want me to tell you about fucking whippets and shit. You can get high off of turning. Children, don't listen to this. You can get high by basically turning the can of whipped topping upside down or something.
Okay.
And you inhale the compressed gas in it. And it deprives you of actual oxygen while this shit's getting in there, and it makes you all fucked up. I seen a guy almost die in the parking lot outside the tire garage once doing them. Nowadays, people will get them DoorDash or Instacart or whatever to their house. They'll be dropping off 10, 15 cans of fucking whipped topping. But there's a company now that's skipping the steps, and they're just selling the gas. And they're claiming you can use it to make your own ready whip type shit of flavors and whatnot, but instead people are just straight up huffing it. The can of compressed air you could also huff. That's why they added the bittering agent, which would spray out on my keyboard and get on my fingers. But then that one time, I don't know why we were doing it. Daniel, you know why we were doing this? I think it was you, me, and probably, top 50 fan Andy.
Yeah.
Were we drunk? Maybe?
No.
I don't know. But you can turn the can upside down.
It's just boys being boys.
You turn the can upside down of the compressed air and you spray it, and it makes it freezing cold. The can will get frozen.
So naturally, you got to spray your balls with it.
I think we froze someone's denim crotch of their pants, like completely solid. Might have been mine.
I have
I'm
my
not
hand
sure.
in my head right now, or on my head.
It's
on my
in
face.
your head?
It's in your.
Oh my god!
I mean, you were probably you might have been in the
Massaging the bridge
house,
of my
Ryan.
nose.
I'm not sure, but you could boys being boys, ice balls.
I'm gonna say if you die from depriving yourself from oxygen from a whippet. Thank you.
I mean, you can't blame the kids. As an adult, sure.
Why can't you blame them?
Why can't I blame them?
Kids are idiots.
No.
It's really fun when you're doing it.
Nah.
And nobody's telling them it's going to kill you.
Pretty sure it says on the can.
Oh, the kids today
inhale.
can't read, Daniel.
Yeah, but they put a wink emoji right next to it, Daniel. That's the issue. Either
and
way.
that weird drooling one where the
whippets?
eyes are rolled back in their head and there's a piece of...
Yeah.
Like, what is that?
You know.
What is that supposed to signify? Look, if you want to learn more about whippets, why don't you ask your mommy? Hail, Satan! And what does Satan love? Metal music. And what do they do in metal music? They do a lot of head banging.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like, I'm done now.
I'm done now. Power off. Wham, wham, wham. Oh my God.
Slams his head into the table. That blood splatter on the third hit that goes all the way across. She's up against the wall and it covers her. And then he sits up one last time. It's like, and then he slowly falls back down. Fantastic. And then everyone runs in like, we got it. We'll help. And then Carter's mad at her. You're like, oh God, all this investigating, worthless, done, whatever, all those families murdered. But I'm like, we got the guy.
I mean, isn't the point to get the guy? But
well,
you didn't
got him.
actually get the guy because there's still...
You don't get the promotion if he kills himself. You want him in jail because jails make money.
Here's the thing.
Part 3.
Here's the thing.
Part
Birthday
3.
girls.
The thing Daniel talked
Part
about
3,
all along.
slave labor.
All we have
is
that this guy maybe was at the crime scenes and he did something. There's no way to pin the murders based on the evidence we have on him. And now the only person who could give us more evidence just bashed their nose into the brain. So...
Well, let's just do what we always do and just pin it on the guy.
Sprinkle some cocaine on him and let's get out of here.
We did. Now we don't even have to have anyone fighting this years down the road. We don't have to worry about a governor pardoning, like holding off the execution, and then another asshole governor coming in and saying, you know what? We're taking that off hold. We don't have to worry about that happening.
Ring.
He's already dead.
Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello?
Carrie Ann jumped. She's dead now.
She said she was gonna.
God.
She said it was gonna be Peaches.
There's your number 13, boys.
We got him.
As soon as I saw the other female officer was driving Lee back to the house, I knew you're dead.
You're dead.
You're dead. This is body count right now. You gonna die because we're gonna go pick up Mommy because Lucy Mommy has got some explaining to do. Okay.
Big time.
At the beginning of the movie, Lee was wearing a red shirt and a jacket. Her fit, like, visually, she's pretty put together. Now we got no jacket. It's a white shirt, which normally you would associate with, like purity or holiness or stuff like that. I don't know. Just something I noticed. I spotted Mom outside the car before she started moving.
Whoa.
I didn't see the shotgun until the shotgun came up, though.
And neither did the partner.
Well, partner's too busy looking at the shaggin' wagon going, that's a sweet ride in the barn. That's a sweet ride in the barn. Why is there a car?
Is that a
oh, blam!
Is that a beetle over there? Should I have said slug bug and punched her before she walked out? I'll get her when she gets back.
I'll get her when she gets back. And then Mom walks up and he's all like, hey, are you the babysitter? And then the officer's like, no, I'm not the fucking babysitter. Blam.
You got some pizza?
I don't got no pizza. Blam.
Mom, did you kill?
No.
I'm gonna lay down here on the grass for a second.
Well, okay, so
because she
you're gonna
shoots
shoot the head off the doll.
She shoots so she's got the lead doll. We're like, yep, there it is. And I'm like, you got to shoot your mom. I'm like, don't let her shoot that doll. If she shoots that doll, your head's gonna explode, Lee. Don't do it. You got to kill your mom right now. And she's all like, and you freed him. You freed him. Now he's free, and you're gonna be.
Now he's everywhere.
He's everywhere. You're gonna be free too, baby girl.
What is that thing?
You got him. Now he's free.
You mean Cobble? But Cobble's dead. He's gone. Cobble's dead. It's okay, Mom. It's okay. It's done now.
And you're free too, baby girl.
Blam! Blows the head off the doll.
So does she think it can be over if she shoots the doll's head because Longlegs is dead?
I think the word free in this instant is like no longer has to be kept from the truth.
Okay, but she still has to go kill one last family.
A pact's a pact.
That's fair. Do you think in the shots of the dolls from a distance they have an actual girl there, or do you think it's a doll the whole time?
I'm gonna say ooh.
I'm gonna say ooh.
I say ooh.
Because like we first see the doll dressed up and whatnot, wearing the same jacket, like through like a shot through like a window out there where the mom's standing there a little ways away. And I remember thinking both times watching, it's like that looks like a little girl from that distance. Not saying a doll wouldn't.
I'm gonna say
I
don't know.
wonder if they did something like that to kind of give it more of a this feels real until we get up and see that it's not kind of effect. That's something I would have done.
In my head,
in my professional
I'm wondering
experience.
what's cheaper to do.
If they actually made the doll, then just use the doll.
Would that be but to look that good?
But they did.
Is that cheaper than just hiring someone for a day?
Well, they already had that girl there for the flashback shit, so they could have just stood her there and shot her in the face.
Right. So
don't tell her that you're shooting her.
That's probably expensive,
no,
though.
The scene from when we first see Mommy pointing the shotgun at what we learn is the doll. It looks like the girl from the beginning of the movie. So I'm like,
well, she's wearing all the same clothes.
And I'm like, I'm willing to say that's just the girl from the movie, the girl.
I'll go with that.
I don't know.
So she shoots the doll in the head, and the lead's like, "Don't do it." And then
a smoke escapes.
A smoke, yeah. And then
Devilman.
we cut back to flashback, and now so this is the memories all coming back.
Oh,
to her.
Okay,
and it's like the man came back. Cuckoo, just dropping off an early birthday gift. Gift from the church. Like, yeah, he really needed her mother because who's gonna believe he's coming?
Yeah,
you've won. Like, what church are you from? You one of them foot washing Baptists?
Yeah.
Well, he did his terrible magics that he put into the little sphere, and it was the devil's
He rubbed
work.
it on his balls.
He did. He rubbed it on his big silver balls, which you get by crumpling up the aluminum foil and putting it in the microwave. That's how you get them smooth like that.
Oh.
I seen that on the internet.
But don't put a glow stick in there. You'll ruin your awesome shirt.
Or nice, awesome shirt. His station wagon, nobody evil could drive a station wagon like that. Let me get this out of the way now. There's no evil ever came from a station wagon.
Hitler drove
station
a
wagons
station wagon.
Are the no, that was Eva Braun's.
Same.
She just fell for a fast talker. We've all been there.
He was on meth and oxycodone and cocaine.
That's great, Ryan.
And a whole bunch of other stuff.
And he's still alive. I agree.
He's on Mars. Mecha Hitler's on Mars.
I thought he was in the hollow moon.
Yeah, the hollow moon on Mars.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so in the flashback, Longlegs has tied up Mommy.
Yeah.
Which means I think he's pushing hard. I think he knows he's going to make her the servant from the get-go. I think he knows.
From the get-go?
Because he seems like he's doing this a different way. He's sitting there talking to her. She's all hogtied. We see that silhouette of a person sitting on the couch again. It can't be the mother this time.
Now it's the doll.
Is that the doll?
It seemed bigger than the doll.
Okay. Well, no, because they just put a
blankie over it.
It's a doll.
No, it was clearly a lady in like a shroud type thing, like a nun type outfit, but the whole face is covered and it's all black. It's easy to assume the first time we see that it was the mother and it's being obscured. Well, this is her full memories back and everything, but there's still a shape on this couch.
Could be the devil.
Now, every time we see the demonic presence, it's in the goat form. What is that female-ish shape?
It's Lilith,
Unless, when she agrees to take on this part, that shape goes into the mother, because when she's about to stab her daughter later, and she says, "Mom, what are you doing?" She said, "Don't call me that." So when she's on the job, not mommy anymore.
I don't let my daughter call me daddy at school, so I understand.
It's Mr. Daddy.
It's
Mr. Daddy.
It's Mr. Ryan.
Yeah,
because I'm
at work.
You don't
want her to get her ass kicked.
That's right. Oh, everyone knows. But I don't want her to think she has special privileges.
But she can.
You go clean.
But she does.
You go clean the shit that
she 100%
that the
does.
other kid shit over there. So yeah, that's my guess. Is like that's like the goat symbol thing, whatever. That's Longlegs thing that's touching him or whatever. That's with him possessing him, like moving him around. The black shrouded figure, I think that's Mommy.
Cool.
I think that's the thing that gets into Mommy. Because otherwise it makes no sense. Like, why the fuck is that? How can that be there and she be hogtied on the floor?
I will say, I don't like this exposition, but the way it's delivered, I kind of enjoy. The way it's told, like a story, like a fairy tale. Like
son of a bitch.
Everything. Like once upon a time there was a doll maker, and he was doing the work of the devil. And we lived in a house, and nobody ever came to visit. No wolf, no monsters, until one day someone came to visit. Blah blah blah. And the doll made the little girl forget and told her where to look and what not to see. And the devil wanted the little girl for his own, but mother could never let that happen. So the mother begged for the little girl's life to be spared, and in exchange, she would have to help him. Mic drop.
So
book drop.
Basically, you will help me kill people, or I will take your daughter to hell.
I will drag her to hell, and you will all.
I'll drag her to
and
hell.
you'll have to burn for eternity. I don't know how that's gonna work though. Okay.
I think she still burns either way, but she's saving her daughter. So, with that being the deal done there, she's a great mom. She is a shitty human being.
So this is you were allowed to grow up.
You were allowed to grow up.
Simple. Your thank you. It's
What can I say except you're welcome?
I made a
didn't
deal.
Get dragged to hell.
That's right. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. You're welcome.
Only I'm gonna burn in the pits.
And I never let the doll maker come up.
Yeah, he stayed in doll maker.
Stays
Sick man stays in the
downstairs.
basement.
That's right. Sick man downstairs. Now,
sick man downstairs.
She wakes up in the basement, and we go into an upside down world shot because now the world's upside down.
We also, it's all upside down. We also, in that flashback bit, we also seen that she went there and she was the one who facilitated the camera family's death, and she's been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
And so she's in the basement. And this is where we finally get the big reveal that the basement that he's in is the basement of her mother's house. He's literally been.
But Daniel and I knew this 50 minutes ago.
Well, it's true, but this is the full-on reveal.
Sure. Yeah, because we hear a phone ringing in the White House, but then she's hearing it from the doll maker basement, and we're like, oh, okay, we know. You're taking a long time to walk up those stairs to reveal something we've already figured out. That's fine. Ring, ring, ring. It's probably for you. Hey, you're late. And I'm like, what does she wait for? And then she's like, Miss Ruby's birthday party. Now, Ryan went, who the fuck is Miss Ruby?
Trophy decapitator, you know?
It had been but it's been so long since we've mentioned them.
It's almost been a tight one.
It's been about an hour.
That I forgot.
Well, let's go stumble out of the house all drunk like we normally do.
And you know what? When I'm normally drunk, drive the shaggin' wagon. That's what we gonna do.
That's not the wagon, though.
Yet?
Oh, no, it is.
Yes, it is. It has the medallion.
Yeah, it is the wagon.
On the mirror.
Yeah. For some reason, I thought she took her partner's, or the other cop's car.
No, she can't take that car.
Wagon.
You can't see out the windows.
That's fair. Also, I think the thing hanging from the mirror, I think it's a bottle opener.
I've seen, yeah, probably.
Yeah. Okay, so she gets to the house. She sees the love bug outside, so she knows mommy's there. Why is she invited there? She doesn't need to be there for the ritual to be completed, does she?
She was invited by the family.
She was invited by the little girl, and they said yes.
So you think he made that call before the mother got there and was triggering all the shit? The movie never tells me when or where I am.
I think it's a slow corruption. Well, not that slow, but gradual.
I think just
that man's
whimsy,
wearing a nice sweater.
Maybe just wants her to see. Look, take a look. Hey, do you really want to know what's been going on?
Yeah. Where are the other participants for this birthday party? This kid doesn't have friends. I seem to recall seeing a shitload of plates on the table.
Here's what happened. They opened the door, and he had that really pissed off look that he has when he opens the door for Lee before he switches it, and they're like, "Oh hell no!" Everyone else got the vibe. No, not
He's
today.
been drinking.
He's been drinking again. They looked at him and like,
Papa's
no.
on the sauce.
Or he told them to go fuck off.
Party's over.
She
already got the best gift.
Over.
You got to beat this gift, and they see the doll, and then they just leave. Like, oh,
they're like, nope.
That's sick.
And I guess you guys saw the shadow of the horn beast and the reflection.
Yeah.
That's the only time
it
I
gets a
ever
little
saw
more
it.
obvious as the movie goes.
I guess it's not the only time, but oh no, there's a doll on the couch. Okay.
And mom's here, and she looks very concerned.
She does, but she doesn't.
I don't think she looks concerned at all.
She's just like
the way yes, I agree with Kenny. She's got like marmot posture where everything's kind of like they've spotted the eagle swooping around, like oh.
And
boy.
the daughter's hugging the dolly.
I think she's the mom's kind of like, I've been through this a lot. Where do I gotta stand to get the least amount of blood on me?
Right, where's the spot? Like, okay, I know I need to go cut the cakes. You gonna come with me, honey? Oh, well, we'll see you when you get back.
Honey, maybe now would be a good time to bring out the cake.
The cakes? Yeah, I'll find something to cut up the cakes with. What'd you say, honey?
Just said you have to.
Do I have to cut up the cakes? Yeah, I gotta cut the cakes. It was your stupid fucking suggestion in the first place to have to cut up the cakes. Anna, would you like to join me in the kitchen, honey?
I'm so sorry. I'll be right back.
No, I'll be right back. You'll still be in the kitchen.
No, you'll still be in the kitchen.
I'll be back. You'll be in the
You
kitchen.
won't. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, fucking hell. I'm like, yeah, no, that's right. Because mommy's like,
please be sexist. Please be sexist. Just be. Are you being sexist here?
No.
No.
Lee's mom's like,
nope.
Okay, the woman, she's already dead. She says
She's
she
already
says
dead.
this
They all have to
before they
die.
go to the kitchen.
Yeah.
And then once they leave, they're like, the girl's gonna be next. Okay, so now I'm like,
Yeah, if they
how? So how do we survive this? Is this a
But
smile?
she wasn't actually already dead. If she had shot him then.
She knows her daughter's not gonna do it. How do we survive? Is this a smile situation? In which case, everything's already done. You're all fucked. What if we shoot mom right now? Or what if we shoot the doll right now?
I think if you shoot the doll, you're good.
But I think the doll, maybe.
Because if you don't have the doll, can the ritual be completed?
How much of it, or has the doll already done?
Because the doll is
what
the
it's gonna
corrupting
do.
influence.
Yes.
Right.
But is it already
But, like,
released
what-
the corruption, or is it a continual thing?
We just never know the status of the dolls after the other successful sacrifices.
Because mommy takes them back.
You think?
Yeah,
I
we
think
see.
maybe it's just one doll and he just puts a different hair on it.
And slightly different skin
Slightly
tones,
different
spray
skin,
paints,
so-
and everything.
Yeah.
So
Because they got to be accurate.
I was thinking, here's what you gotta do, Lee. Right now, you gotta shoot that doll. I'm saying shoot the doll and shoot your mommy and just grab the girl and go get some ice cream. That's a great birthday.
I love ice cream.
That is a
Do
sick
it.
birthday.
Maybe shoot mommy first and then the doll.
I want to shoot the doll first just to see what's mommy's reaction, because maybe we can save mommy if the influence of the doll is not still happening.
Okay.
Because it's still mommy.
Shoot the doll, shoot mommy. Maybe you don't have to shoot.
Yeah,
I have an
Agent
I'm saying
Harker. I have
an
grab the
alternate
daughter
one.
and just bolt. And
Shoot
then
the daughter.
wait a day. Shoot the daughter.
Well, Carter got hit in both shoulders. You think he's actually dead?
Yeah.
I think she kidnapped his daughter
Well,
and left her dead mother shot right in the forehead on the couch. Because that's when.
Well, is that illegal?
you show me in the
It's
Constitution,
just-
it says I
it's-
can't do that.
It's frowned upon. That's very rude. You don't shoot your mother in the head in your partner's house. So she's like, okay, I'm going to take the girl. And her mom gets up and is like, you can't take her. It's like, Mom, I'm going to take her. She's like, don't call me mommy. And she pulls a knife out of her purse and starts charging her. And that's when Harker shoots her right in the fucking forehead.
And did you see the blood kind of had like an entry wound kind of made a cross?
Yes.
Little bit, then it dribbles down her face. Now she grabs the girl who's still loving on this doll. She's under the influence.
Yes.
Look, if you try to take me away from Hampton, ain't happening.
Well, apparently
You're gonna be
you're
inside
just
Hampton.
gonna go willingly because she doesn't actually like put up that much resistance. But the doll is, if we understand what's happening, the doll is telling her what to remember, where to look, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because she's about to be sacrificed.
But then does she shoot the doll?
She
No,
tries
she's out of
to.
bullets.
She is not out of
Out of
bullets. She
bullets.
is not out of bullets.
Did you count?
She's only fired 3 shots.
Yeah, that's a three shotter. She wasn't fully
The
loaded.
3 shot?
I think that's a revolver.
Yeah, 3
So
shots.
6,
5 to 6.
5 to 6. She can't kill it, or she can't kill the evil.
And then we
It's
cut
a
back
good house situation. The environment is not allowing the gun to work.
Mm-hmm. Then we cut back to Longlegs singing "Happy Birthday to You," blah blah blah, and he's all like feeling himself. Then he's like gives like a little "Hail Satan," like a little a wink, and a little lip smack kiss, I think.
Happy birthday to Happy birthday to you.
Ruby, let's go.
Happy birthday, Lee Harker. Happy birthday to you. Hail Satan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the
Sassy.
credits, they're red, and they're starting
The
from
opposite direction.
They're going opposite.
I thought
doing-
they were, but I couldn't tell,
Uh-huh.
like, because I didn't notice it till like halfway through, and then I'm like, wait.
They're coming down the screen instead of going up, so it's the inverted pyramid.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Dude.
Get it on, bang a gong, get it on.
Okay, so that's where the movie ends. What do you think happens in the next 5 minutes?
The credits.
No. Okay,
She
yeah.
kills
I-
the daughter.
Do you-
She gets corrupted,
do you
and
think she
kills
gets
the
cor-
daughter.
Well, we'll see in Longlegs 2. There's not going to be a Longlegs 2 unless it's made by an entirely different group of people, because I don't see that director.
Long
making-
legs.
Long-legged.
No, I'm sorry. It's longer legs or long-legged
Longer
works too.
legs.
Longer legs.
Right, regular legs. He really missed the boat. Should have started with just regular legs.
Prequel.
Short leg, big leg.
We're going prequel. Babyfoot.
Babyfoot.
Baby feet.
We can see how he takes out some of the earlier families, and maybe he
Not interested.
has a previous assistant.
Oh, of course
assistant.
not. So you think Lee is going to kill Ruby because the doll, enemy, the evil doll is now in her head?
I think Ruby kills Lee.
So in the credits, there's a credit for adult Ruby, but we never see an adult.
Was there?
Yes. Because I looked at them like, wait, what? There's like Ruby, and then there's the credit for adult Ruby.
There is an adult Ruby cart. Is that the...
We never see an adult Ruby. Because the wife has a different credit, obviously.
Who is...
So something has been cut.
20 years later, adult Ruby's graduating from the FBI.
Could be. So I'm wondering, here's what happened. So we know Mommy is a bride of Satan to...
Satan!
Oh, did we mention that she's dressed up as a nun when she's going door to door? Okay. So she's doing this to protect Lee from burning in hell. So now, is Lee now going to have to make the same deal?
I think so.
So she's not going to kill. So, okay. So it'll be like this story later.
It's a smile, you know, the curse has just been passed on.
So here's a post from like 2 months ago when someone was asking the same thing about adult Ruby Carter, and people were messaging the actress on Instagram, and someone said, hey, can you say anything about your role in Longlegs? And apparently they just responded by saying, stay tuned. And then someone else said, hey, notice you were adult version of Ruby Carter and Longlegs in the credits, but I don't remember seeing you on screen. Was the scene deleted? And then they just posted a lips, like zipper lips sealed emoji with a heh. But that was 2 months ago.
Is the Blu-ray out?
Because if the Blu-ray was out, we would own it, and we would have listened to the audio commentary, and all all our conjecture would have been explained, probably.
Of course, in August, he said there won't be an extended cut. Is there a commentary on there? It's still a pre-order, so not out yet. If there's a commentary, I'll buy this. If there's no commentary, I'm not buying the disc. So I don't know. I'm guessing it was probably cut and she's just trying to draw up attention.
Or maybe part of her being paid off if they do this, course, is just like, don't say anything.
Or it could have just been
alternate ending. Or
the whole thing could have just been a secret marketing thing where, someone will point that out and they'll go digging on it. And if you're digging about the movie, you're talking about the movie. Because a lot of this, I could see that working for this movie. Which I think that's fun if they did that. Sure. So casually reading through the trivia here, there's something I loved. The sound guys came up to the director and were telling him about this particular skill that apparently Nicolas Cage has that they've never seen before. And so Oscar was talking about this in an interview.
He can do ventriloquism. Most people do ventriloquism out of their mouth, right? He can do it out of his ass.
Out of his ass. Well, Ace Ventura can do that.
That's true.
So apparently, Nick Cage has this uncanny ability to hit the exact cutoff points on the vocal range, top or bottom, to not fuck up the recording. So if he's going high, if he's going up, he hits right at the register before it blows out the top. And if he goes down, it's right at the register before it just becomes inaudible. So even when he's going full Nick Cage, like screaming, whatever, he's doing it just perfectly at that range. And apparently he did that consistently.
It's almost like he's incredibly talented.
He's ridiculously talented. Okay, he's not always in a good movie, but he's always good in a movie.
I don't think that's true.
No, that's 100% true.
One, not good.
Where he's not good?
Yeah.
He's never not good. That's what I'm saying. He's great in it.
Okay, yes. Yeah, or not. I was thinking, name a movie he's in that's not good. The movie's not. And Season of the Witch.
But then I'm like, he's also not good in it.
I also forgot.
There's
Wicker
lots
Man.
of not good Nick Cage's movies.
He's also not good in it. He's not good in Wicker Man. He's not good in.
He's great in it.
He's only not good because he's not dressed up as a bee.
That's a good point, Ryan.
If he was dressed up as a bee, it would have been a brilliant. I don't know.
He's always good all the time. So I like this movie. Did not live up to the hype. The second half is so scarring. Eat my ass. That ain't shit. We eat this kind of shit for breakfast. Are you kidding me? Get out of here. Scarring?
We smash babies for fun around here.
For fun.
Rock, scissors, babies. For fun.
For fun. Did you guys like this movie?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is my shit.
This is a year for this kind of slightly odd shit, though. I've watched a couple things that I think we'll have to talk about at some point. Like I said, I did Cuckoo today. That was definitely kind of out there. Oddity also came out like a little bit after this. That was really fucking good. Like, I'm liking this weird out there horror we got going on this year. It's like some of the bigger things.
I like this movie, but I don't think I need to quickly rewatch it to pick up on things I missed.
Yeah, I don't think it's that deep.
Because it's not a hiding in plain sight, pick up the clues that you didn't know were clues at the time.
I spent most of my second.
You watch a couple times, you're like, oh my god, you're just seeing how everything is connecting. But this one, it's like very, very linear almost.
I spent most of my second watch just looking for Devilman.
Right.
Like where Devilman is.
I had read that there was more, that the thing showed up a lot more than I'd seen them. And I still didn't see them all in the second time. Like I said, there's a big glare. The only time I would watch this again anytime soon would be, again, if there was a commentary. Movies like this, I'd love a commentary track on. Plus, Oz Perkins seems like an interesting dude. He says weird shit. I think he hates other movies. I think
so do we.
Well, that's true. I also he said something like he doesn't care for any cinema or something like that. Like it's all trash.
He doesn't care.
It was some weird take
cinema.
like that.
I hate movies. I'm gonna make movies.
Hey, if he's getting paid, go check out The Black Coat Daughter if you like this and want to see what else the guy's doing. Like I said, it's okay. It was another thing though. It wasn't hyped up like this, but it did get some hype, and I was just kind of whelmed. Go back, watch House of the Devil.
House of the Devil.
Go watch Psycho.
Go watch
and say
all right,
that's this guy's dad.
Low hanging fruit. Go watch Seven.
Okay.
Just in general, it's a good movie.
Don't watch season 8 of Dexter.
I stopped after the Trinity Killer. Well, I got halfway through the season.
If you stop after Trinity, then you don't get Miguel.
Yeah, I think I made it through Miguel, and then that's where I ended that. And now we got the sequel series, and then now we got the prequel series. Ryan, we got a Young Dexter series happening.
They should have had what is it? Michael C. Hall? Is that who it is?
But that has Christian Slater in it, so I'm like, I'm tempted, but I'm not.
It actually looked better than that sequel series did. I am tempted for the prequel, not the sequel, because I feel like maybe I should watch everything up to it. I'm not gonna do that.
I'm a lumberjack. You're a lumberjack, Harry. Look, when they said they were gonna when they were gonna do a Hannibal TV series, I said, go fuck yourself. I ain't watching that shit. And then I watched one episode of Hannibal, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well,
fantastic.
They tricked them. They tricked that network. Yeah, it's gonna be a procedural. It's fine. Everyone loves procedurals. Shit ain't a fucking procedural.
It's art.
You tricked me.
But otherwise, if it's just, I don't know.
Go watch Hannibal.
Hey, it's almost that time of year. Go watch the Friday the 13th prequel series that I'm sure has been, oh no.
Brian Fuller, no.
Oh no.
You'll get that Halloween TV series eventually.
Maybe. You ain't getting that shit. I don't want to watch that.
You say that, but what if it's like Hannibal?
It can't be.
Think about what
Hannibal didn't
Loomis
have
could be
13
doing.
movies.
What if it's following Loomis as and we find out he has other patients like this, and he's actually dealing with them during the non-Halloween season.
Like Michael, that's why he never made any progress with Michael. He only spent October. There's 11 other months.
Just October. Oh god, here's Thanksgiving Myers. Oh god, here's Christmas Myers.
Right?
Goddamn Easter Myers.
Arbor Day
Myers. Valentine's Day Myers.
There's just not anything there for that. I don't know.
Unless, Ryan. Night Dance.
Okay.
You guys don't know it, but I'm night dancing right now.
I can believe it. Every season is another one of those little Michaels just terrorizing a non-Strode related group of people.
Sure.
I'd watch it. We're gonna watch it. Don't act like we're not gonna fucking put it on and watch it. We're trash people and we watch trash shit.
And you're my girl.
You're my girl. Anything else to say about the Longlegs? The trivia goes on to say a bunch of reasons why it's called Longlegs and blah, blah, blah. I don't buy any of that bullshit. I don't care about these goddamn nursery rhymes.
He liked the name.
He liked the sound of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's to say, I don't think any of that's true.
Well, I mean,
it sounded like bullshit.
There are no nursery rhymes with Longlegs.
Yeah, but, whatever. I think it was absolutely the right call not to put Nick Cage on any of the shit.
I thought it was going to be about a spider.
A lot of good spider movies recently, so that could have worked. Go watch Zodiac, Silence of the Lambs.
Spider-Man.
Is anyone from Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy in this movie?
Oh my god, a bug flew in.
I've got a gnat. Been harassing me for 2 hours.
Why haven't you eaten it?
I thought I did once.
Oh, then there's another one. They always hunt in packs.
Well.
How can I do
See, I don't have that skill. I just blew that mic way the hell out. As always, I've been if there's a creepy doll in your house, like life-size doll in your house, I'm leaving, host Kenny. Like, I ain't fucking with that. that. I don't know if the doll's gonna come to life. I don't know if it's gonna put out some bad juju. I don't know if you're just a bunch of freaky freaks doing stuff with that doll. Either way, nothing good comes out of that doll. I'm going. I'm gone. That's just peaches.
I'm Daniel. I'd fuck a doll.
There it is. There it is.
Get it on. Bang a gone. Get it on. Right.
Giggity, giggity, goo.